The views and opinion on this broadcast are those of wearecolerain.com and do not reflect the views of Colerain football, Colerain High School, or the Northwest School District. Enjoy the game.
Let's go Cards!
Welcome to 8801 Cheviot Road, home of the Colerain Cardinals and elementary night. This is Chris Himonitis along with Brian and Brandon Wyatt, Mike Work with wearecolerain.com. We're bringing you Week 3 action. Can't believe it, Week 3 already here between the Colerain Cardinals and our longtime GMC nemesis, the Oak Hills Highlanders. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Very excited to be on the broadcast, starting a few minutes early to give you a little bit of a preview, but mainly to talk about the awesomeness that is elementary night. It is a beautiful night here in Southwest Ohio. If you're listening from wherever you are listening in the world, we encourage you to email us here in the booth now throughout the course of the program at radio@wearecolerain.com. Certainly expect to hear from Mr. Lopez and the Shears and all of the Colerain alum who are listening. We're very grateful and very appreciative of them. And also follow us on Twitter, of course, at wearecolerain, and Facebook as well. So
Instagram, Snapchat.
Yeah, absolutely.
MySpace.
And hey, here's a thought, and we never really say this, but we're always looking for volunteers at wearecolerain.com. We are all volunteers. We're all alumni, but we're always looking for new folks from in the Colerain area. If you're a recent grad, or grad from even a little bit further back, or you've got a kid here, or you've got a kid that's on the verge of being here, and you'd like to help be involved with the website, whether it be writing articles, taking pictures, or heck, maybe if there's a sport you'd like to broadcast, we can talk about that as well. You can email Brian at wearecolerain.com. That's Brian, Brian, at wearecolerain.com. So,
just a quick note here. I have been informed that we do not have a MySpace page.
Well, that's good. Breaking news.
Our tech team. Turns out we only had 2 friends left, Justin Timberlake and Tom. And so they shut us down. We shut that down.
Well, you know what? It was a good run on our MySpace page, so, kudos to them. So it is a beautiful night. We are at home, so we are going to be able to bring you live video, and special thanks to Mike Wark, who's both producing the broadcast and is going to be our camera operator tonight. So he's got a couple of things going his way. But, Brian, we've been here for many years, and this evening has taken many different names, from Little Cards Night to, now it's Elementary Night. But talk about how cool it is on a night like tonight to be here with a student section that's completely packed. It's blackout night to see all of these
through the little card system, and I got to watch him at all different levels. And it's one of those proud dad moments. Yeah, I'm watching my son years ago. He's part of the elementary students who would create the tunnel that the players run through. After all the players go through, I'm getting so old, I'm kind of forgetting the story because I forget the names that he said, but I want to say Murphy. He says, Dad, I touched Murphy's hand. I had touched this guy. He was such an awe that he got to meet right up all these big football players. Fast forward a couple years. My son's now a Colerain football player. They've got a massive humanity on the field in this tunnel, and I look for the biggest glop. There is a just dead gridlock in the tunnel where all these students are going through, and I'm going, what is going on there? It's my son. He's thinking enough and remembers that being a student here, and he was going to slow that line down until he slapped every single student's hand out there that was putting up there. So it's a dad moment. He hates this story, but it's like the kids that are out in that tunnel today in a couple years will be the players running through the tunnel.
And that is incredibly special. It's a big deal. We're a close-knit community for any Colerain alum, and they know that elementary night is really important. Right. So with the rotating schedule, we didn't play Oak Hills last year. So this is the first year in 2 that we've had a chance to play them, and they are getting off to a rough start. The Oak Hills program, for anyone that follows the GMC, has been in a bit of turmoil. They've had a couple different coaches. Their numbers, just looking across the field, are down a little bit. Coach Prosser is there now. He's trying to build that program back up again. And it's been a rough start to the year for them. They're 0-2. Oak Hills, they've lost to East Central to open up the season 8-0. And last week they played Simon Kenton, who's a very good big school team in Northern Kentucky, but lost to them 13-10. So to say that they are struggling with the offense, I think is a fair statement. Defensively, they've only given up 21 points.
Well, those are two solid teams. So everybody says, hey, this should be a cakewalk for Colerain. Look at the teams that they played and look at the defense that they've played. That's quality defense.
East Central's a team that is always competing for a state championship in Indiana. So we'll see what they bring tonight.
In 4A, or sorry, 3A.
In 3A, yep, absolutely. So let's take just a minute and talk about a few of the players here that we want to keep an eye out for Oak Hills. On the offensive sector of the Colerain Cardinals coming out onto the field, working their way through the tunnel. They are in all black tonight, as they designated tonight's game as a blackout. The student section is in all black, which is fantastic. And again, we encourage you to check the website early next week or even later this weekend, as early as maybe Sunday. We'll have pictures from the game. We've got two of our volunteers, Al Gabriel and Frank Legible, down on the field. Legible, thank you. And they take great pictures. We had a fantastic gallery from last week's game against St. X up on the website. Encourage everyone to get out there and check that out. Those pictures are absolutely free for you to see and peruse at your.
You know, I'm just thinking of something. This is cool on all, but you know, they'll come out of the tunnel and they'll gather as a team, and then rush out to midfield behind the flags. How intimidating would it be if all of these kids ran with them? You got like 500 people just rush midfield.
That would be impressive.
That would be impressive, but then you got to get all of them off the field too.
Yeah, all those elementary kids probably, some would keep running.
So let's we kind of introduced a little bit about Oak Hills. Again, this is a team that Colerain has had unbelievable success against. They've done a great job over the course of in the St. Xavier Bombers. Colerain fell to St. X 21-14 last week. It was a good game. It was an encouraging game if you're a Colerain fan, Brian, because I think we saw some things that we wanted to see. Freddie Johnson kind of take the next step in his confidence at the position. The defense played well. If they had to defend three incredibly short fields to try and stop those touchdowns, really almost impossible.
Well,
but I saw a lot of good last week.
Well, shutout in the second half.
Shut out St. X in the second half.
Yeah, shut out second half. And you know what? And you make the comparisons. I was thinking this afternoon, you kind of compare them to the Bengals of this week. Both teams lost.
Yep.
But you saw good things, and you're never happy with the loss. You're never happy with the loss. But
Right.
It's like, okay, we saw a few things, gain confidence that bode well for the remainder of the season, and that's what these first two games start off. Colerain challenges themselves every year. They know. In the past, they used to play teams like Hughes and all that, cupcakes, but it's always a GCL team. They try to find another big school team. They challenge themselves early to make themselves better later in the season.
And that's exactly what they did with those first two games. So they come out of their non-conference schedule 1-1, which is, by all accounts, for as brand new as so many of these players are, it's fantastic that they're 1-1. We would have loved to have been 2-0, but we'll take 1-1. And now starts the GMC meat grind, right? So here's an opportunity for the Colerain Cardinals, who have won 19 consecutive GMC championships, 20 overall. But they have an opportunity this year to do something that's never been done in the history of the league, dating all the way back to 1967. They have an opportunity, if they can win the conference this year, to win 20 consecutive GMC titles, breaking the all-time record held by the Princeton Vikings from that very first year, 1967, all the way up to 1985. So when you talk about great programs in GMC history, Viking football clearly is at the very top of that list. And to think that our Colerain Cardinals have an opportunity to break that longevity record is quite impressive and quite satisfying.
Back in the day, give them credit. There were two power schools in Cincinnati at that time. It was Princeton and it was Moeller. And every year it was one of the two. And that was one of the greatest games. Now there's such a diversity and talent, and it's all spread out throughout the GCL schools. There's some GMC schools that compete every year. I mean, Princeton, is talk about town, has the team to beat this year. So,
A lot of talk being.
Hey, back in the day, there was Cape too.
Yes, that's true.
Yep. I actually played against Carlos Snow in my freshman year.
The Cincinnati Academy of Physical Education no longer exists.
Yep, so we're getting ready to get started here. Again, very excited to be bringing you live video. Again, next week we will be on the road at Princeton, so we won't be able to give you the video. So if you're in the Cincinnati area, we encourage you to make it out to Princeton, because I'm telling you what, the hype for that game is real. But we got to take care of tonight's contest first, and that means dispatching of the Oak Hills Highlanders.
Well, and just a reminder out there, Waycross is not here. We do not have the multiple cameras and multiple angles.
Oh, that was so nice last week.
We have one camera. Mike's our producer and cameraman doing double duty, so no replays or anything tonight. We'll keep you up to date on the score.
Cameron gets underneath it, and he pooches it, and it looks like it's going to go right out of bounds. So obviously probably not the intent of what Cameron was trying to do there.
The intent there, I think, is just to pop up, try to almost a quasi-onside kick there.
Right.
It just a little too much angled off the foot, goes out of bounds. Highlanders take over on their own, 35.
Well, Brandon, I don't know if he either underhit it for a pop-up short one, or overhit it for that, or underhit it, trying to find that deep zone around the 15-yard line, and it'll pop up. Either way, it's the 35-yard line. We see no kills in the all-white. We've been told we haven't seen it yet. A unique style of offense they supposedly run.
So I'll keep the binoculars down just to kind of get a wide angle. So they got a wide receiver up top to the top. There's a pitch, and it looks like almost like a wildcat run to number, I think that was number 8.
Just a direct snap to Aaron Frick.
Snap to Aaron Frick. There's finally the whistle. Aaron Frick never gets tackled. He runs right into the middle of that line.
Yeah, direct snap to Frick, the running back. They just kind of put everybody back there. You don't know if you're going to snap it to the running back or you're going to snap it to the quarterback, who is really.
And even weirder is your running back is the person taking in front of the huddle.
So who knows?
Not the quarterback.
They might have made a change and got a new quarterback this year.
No, Young is still lined up directly behind the center.
It's.
There's 14 lined up directly behind the center. Aaron Frick right next to him. He takes a snap this time, fakes a handoff, keeps himself, gets a couple of yards. Going to take it out to about the 43-yard line, maybe 42, 42 and a half.
LT Johnson with the initial contact in the backfield.
I'm sorry, the 37-yard line. My apologies.
Yeah, they run a lot of cross-buck, a lot of misdirection, a lot of trapping in this.
Please explain to me. I've never heard the term cross-buck in my
That's
life.
the first time I've ever heard that one.
You get the lineman going one way. It's an older term for a type of counter play.
Oh, I see.
Oh,
I see.
Sure.
Except the only big difference is these kids wear plastic helmets instead of the old leather ones.
I see. So here we go, 3rd down and 7 for this Colerain defense. Try and stop the Highlanders here from getting a first down. 14 drops back to pass, throws it, and it is incomplete. Receiver went one way, ball went the other. Oak Hills will be forced to punt on their first series.
Well, is it a question, did he intend to go up and under, and he just hit and couldn't throw it that far, or what? But that was not successful.
Yeah, you're running a 7-yard out when you needed 8 yards, and you're throwing it to the wide side of the field. You got single coverage over there, but you better get it there quickly, because if that ball is anywhere close to the receiver, it's picked off.
Sean Pace back deep.
Standing at his own 30-yard line. Snap is back. Not a bad punt. Deshaun catches it. Stays on his feet, makes 3 men miss, is still on his feet. He's going to get positive yardage, and I don't know how. He's going to make 2 guys still on his feet. Deshaun Pace will not go down until he gets tackled all the way up at the 45-yard line.
I tell you what, he is 6'3", 210 pounds. His start and stop right there. I mean, he's got the power. He threw a few stiff arms there, but he just kind of did a little bit of an ole. He just planted his foot, let the defenders go past him, and made something out of nothing.
We will have a change for the Cardinals in the backfield from this, as it'll be number 18, Ronald Williams Jr., not MJ Flowers at the fullback position.
Freddie Johnson behind center.
So Freddie Johnson, number 1, the junior, in at quarterback under center for these Cardinals. Hamza Abdul-Wahid runs and stops.
And a 5-yard penalty on the defense.
Yeah, they run a little bit of motion right there. Didn't even do the quick stop. Just got him kind of on the hard count, and the defensive lineman came across.
So there are 2 changes in the Cardinal backfield.
Yep.
Shannon Murray is also at the wingback position. So no Lawson Sandusky right now in the backfield, and no MJ Flowers.
Isaiah Myers, the big sophomore wide receiver there at the top of your screen, lined up right at the line of scrimmage. Freddie Johnson drops back, looks the pass, throws it, and it is caught.
And that's Shannon Murray out of the backfield on the wheel.
Yeah, they just go play action right there, and everybody was looking for that quick toss sweep there. And I tell you what, for a non-throwing quarterback, he really threw it into a window right there. Just a nice little out
here's
pass
the
on the wheel.
difference between the previous weeks. When you have time, you can throw a much nicer ball.
So it takes him all the way down to the 30-yard line.
First down and 10 for the Cardinals.
I'll just go straight at the middle.
Yeah, really right side right there with the fullback. Yeah.
Yep, does exactly just that. It's going to pick up 5 yards on that first down run.
Williams Jr., 5 yards.
Yeah, Williams is a junior, 5'8", 175.
We have no idea why there's this switch. It might be disciplinary. It might be performance-wise. It also just might be.
They could be dinged up from last week.
Could be dinged up. It could be, hey, let's not show Princeton anything here this week because.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it is Friday the 13th, so anything can happen.
Well, let's hope nothing too ridiculous happens.
So 2nd down and 5. Well, it's 25 yards.
We do have a 75-game GMC winning streak on the line tonight. Let's not forget that. There's Freddie. Drops back, looks to pass once again, got some time, throws it. It's a pretty ball. It's into the end zone, and it is caught! Touchdown, Cardinals!
Isaiah Myers, the 6'4" sophomore, goes up and gets it, and he just catches it with one hand against the back of the defender. The DB never looks back. And
if he doesn't catch it, that's about the most blatant pass interference.
Yeah.
But the DB is doing what he can. He's outmatched in size, doesn't know where the ball at, so he just kind of wrapped at the man. But at 6'4", one of those arms free, that was a nice ball. Just let your ass go get it.
It's a perfect throw. It's a good throw. Myers was not really open.
Not at all.
But snap is back, kick is up. And it's good at the 9:04 mark of the first quarter. Colerain Cardinals 7, the Oak Hills Highlanders 0. He really wasn't open, but I got a 6'4" receiver. You have a 5'9" DB. Let's throw it up 50-50 jump ball. And when the defender never looks back, it's either going to be pass interference or that catch over the back.
Yeah, trust your athletes. Hey, Mike, do you need a box or anything to put that in? So, yeah. Trying to get here in space. We do have a one camera, and Mike is doing double duty as producer and camera, so we're working on it. We know. Hang on.
Trying to give you the best possible picture we can.
Upside down ball would be okay. Upside down red ball. Get your last nugget there.
We just lost our color guy. He's going to go get what he needs to get to make sure you hold it.
He was feeling a little blue. Color guy.
Yeah,
blue.
I get it.
Camera not set to kick off.
You handle that, would you please, Brandon?
Odds approach is up. Kick is up. It will be fielded at about the 5-yard line. Great kick. And the Cardinals are all over this, and the Highlanders will be trapped inside their own 15-yard line. Holt with the return.
I'll let you adjust that camera angle. You're a little high. There you go. Well done. Brian, to the rescue.
You know, that's... Hey, Mike, that really goes over the ambient mic when you pound on the window right there.
No, that's the crowd noise.
So, okay. Big kick, no return. What happened there, guys? I missed it.
Yeah, exactly.
You nailed it. Big kick, little to no return.
9-yard return.
I'll zoom in here a little bit on this Highlander offense.
We don't expect them to go too deep, so too often.
So 1st down and 10 at their own 23. No, I'm sorry, their own 13-yard line. Runs wide, does number 8.
And
runs backwards.
Loses about 3.
Yep, he's going to take it back inside the 10 down to the 9-yard line. So loss on the play. Tackled by Deshaun Pace.
So by my mental calculations, they're back at 0 yards.
I'll tell you how much I trust those calculations. Let's see here.
I have degrees from 2 schools, Eric.
You do? Yes, you do.
In a row?
Yeah, and they're colleges. Well, universities, but you know what I mean.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, so, yeah, this is kind of a strange offense. They got 3 guys in the backfield with the quarterback, but they're maybe just a yard or 2 off the line of scrimmage. And then in a shotgun, but it's a very short shotgun.
Keeper. And basically every play just turns into a rugby ball. That's basically what every play is turning into.
You're looking to have a defender over pursue, catch him in the trap, and just get one crease that sets up a big play. But again, it's third. They get a couple yards on that. Ball spotted at the 13, 3rd down and an 11.
From the 11.
Trying to see if there's any. Do you guys see any changes on defense? I don't. It looks like it's a normal starting defensive unit.
Yeah. I think the only difference really is LT is playing on the outside, Johnson on the outside, Corleone is playing nose.
Yep, that is a change, but it's the same 11. So that's interesting. We'll have to ask about that post game. As Fakes does the handoff of 14's got. He's trying to find some room.
Ball's loose!
The ball is loose and picked up.
He's going to call an incomplete pass.
That's an incomplete pass?
Or is he marking the ball down at the 1? He's marking the ball down at the 1.
Down the ball at the 1.
Was his knees down when he picked up that fumble?
He's marking the ball. What is? He's calling an incomplete pass.
Doesn't his arm need to be above his shoulder?
Yeah, I would think.
Wow.
Yeah, I know you want to protect teams and all, but that's either a safety, a touchdown, or the Cardinal ball at the 1 yard line. It is not.
There are 4 things it can be, and he picked the one that it can't be. Snap is back. There's the punt. Not bad to Sean Pace. Ranges to his left, picks it up, makes a man miss. Gets it down to the 35-yard line, weaving in and out of traffic. Still on his feet.
Still on his feet.
Still on his feet.
He's
Inside the 20.
You guys are cute with that one. I like that. Calling the punt return in stereo, folks. Do not adjust your dial.
Wow. We have still 7 minutes in the first quarter.
Yeah, that ball was taken about the 40-yard line, so about a 22-yard return to the Oak Hills 18.
Well, Deshaun Pace does no favors to your offensive stats.
Well, a lot of times when you got a scat back there, a guy with a lot of speed, quickness, he's got power too. He doesn't go down with just arm tackles.
All right, so MJ Flowers back at the
Okay, I didn't even see him on the sidelines.
Well, he's not there now.
You got to think if it's a one series thing, maybe that's just, hey, you showed up late to practice, or you did something, the young man learns a lesson.
He's only a sophomore. Big boy really excelled last year on the JV team as a freshman. So, yeah, it's part of the growing process, and there's a lot on this team that needs to grow. Freddie Johnson drops back once again, looks to pass, and has time, throws it well over the intended target, number 16. Once again, that was intended for Isaiah Meyer.
Yeah, he runs a post pattern there, and quarterback throws a corner. So,
well, I mean, Josh Myers is a tall receiver, but I think he had to be about 7'8" to catch that. By
he might have just, it was decent coverage, a little bit of pressure. Might have just kind of been throwing that to an empty area to get rid of it. But no gain on the play, no loss, second down and 10. Man in motion, he fakes to the fullback, keeps it himself. Oak Hills does a good job extending this, but a stiff arm. Freddie Johnson runs over the tackler, and I tell you what, he didn't get much of anything, but he didn't lose any yards there.
He picked up half of the yards to gain.
Picked up 2.
2
to 3 yards, but still, he was stopped in the backfield.
That's an odd angle.
Yeah, we've got the our yard markers are across the field, and it's kind of an odd angle to see. You're absolutely correct. So,
totally the angle.
Third down conversion here. 3rd down and 8.
I formation now for the Cardinals. MJ Flowers rolls out.
Touchdown.
Beat pitch out to Hamza.
Oh, there's nobody out there.
Wahid.
One block. Get
See
that
if he
one
can get
block.
himself in.
Hamza Abdul.
He's calling.
Wahid is
Nope.
out at the 1 yard.
He's calling him out at 1.
I didn't call it because I wasn't sure. But definitely enough for the first down. The Cardinals will take it 1st and goal at the 1 yard line.
Yeah, they just went quick pitch to the outside, and he had great blocking. Even off the initial pitch, there was nobody from Oak Hills out there. Does make a great play just to force him out there, but that was a safety. He had to make a touchdown-saving tackle.
Quarterback sneak.
There's nobody over the ball.
He's going to do exactly that. Freddie Johnson's going to take it and go into the end zone for another Colerain touchdown.
So at the 6:28 mark here in the first quarter, Colerain dominating early. 13-0 over the visiting Oak Hills Highlanders. Extra point pending.
Again, you can reach us in the booth at radio@wearecolerain.com. This one from sunny Corona, California. Lenny Lopez cheering us on.
Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up. Kick is good.
And it's good. 6:28 to play in the first quarter. Your Colerain Cardinals 14. The Highlanders of Oak Hills 0.
I think there are 2 things that we need to say here. One, a reminder that the views and opinions expressed on this program are those of wearecolerain.com and not that of Colerain High School, the Northwest Local School District, or the Colerain Boosters.
I don't know what you're getting at, but go with it.
I'm just saying, I don't know what's going to come out in the course of the next 3.5 quarters, but I think it's important to say that.
Well, you know what? I'm going to say it now, okay? This is my experience. On that fumble, incomplete pass, whatever, on the end zone, on that touchdown-saving, pylon-saving tackle, we have 3 referees here on this field that don't move very well. I'll leave it at that.
I'm sure there's a reason for that.
It's hanging over their belts.
Ladies and gentlemen, he'll be here all night.
Oh, yes. So lining up for the kick. Camera not.
From the 40. There you go. It's a good boot. And it goes into the end zone. They will start off
Touchback.
first down and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Cameron's kickoff goes into the end zone. The first
It said
down
25.
goes
Is it 25 or 20?
Mason Lakota East is already in the second quarter.
Really?
Yeah.
How did they run faster than us? Well, we did have one incomplete pass. So Oak Hill's going to get the ball at their own 20.
20-yard line. So
Back to this gadget offense that hasn't gained much at all against this stout Colerain defense.
Well, this Colerain defense is good. I mean, they're going to hold a lot of teams to certainly not negative yards, but not a whole lot of yards. 14 drops back. He's got some time, looks to pass, throws it deep down the field, and it is over the intended target of number 7, incomplete.
Yeah, they go play action, hitch and go, and they got one-on-one coverage down there. But, you've got to give your receiver a chance to catch the ball. That ball was thrown 3 yards out of bounds, but that was great coverage.
Sean Williamson on the coverage. David Parton has a couple of inches and about 20, 30 pounds on Williamson, but he was right there, even if that pass is on target.
Yeah, I know we just got the one camera. We can't really get too close with it. But if you watch this offense, you've got a running back and a quarterback both holding their hands up like they're going to receive the snap.
Is that so?
With two running backs in front of them.
So then once
And
again,
it's just a simple draw. And as Brandon called it, it's a rugby play.
Yeah, I mean, some people would call it a scrum, but then they don't actually know what the rugby term. A maul is when the play is live. And you're running it around.
You knew what your father was going for there because you usually
Scrum
correct
comes
me.
from a set play where both teams are locked into a formation.
not only is our broadcast entertaining, ladies and gentlemen, it's informative.
It's all in the family. So another third down and long, 3rd down and 9. Oak Hills has to get to the 30-yard line as we reach the 5:45 mark in the first quarter. Colerain up 14-0.
3rd down and 8.
Oak Hill's unclear on the play. He's going to force to call themselves a timeout.
Timeout, Highlanders.
timeout, Oak Hill.
This is Coach Prosser's, I think, 2nd year at Oak Hills, I think. Head Coach Kyle Prosser.
Who does Witten Woods play tonight?
I don't
They're our
know.
score specialist.
Oh, Upper Arlington.
I gave you a couple of empty spots there on the score
I know,
sheet.
fill
for
them
you.
out now.
Okay, well, I figured you'd choose.
A couple score updates. Wayne, our first week opponent, leads 7-0 over Trotwood.
We need Wayne to start winning some games. They're
Witten Woods leads Upper Arlington 3-0.
Oh, there you go.
Lakota West leads Hamilton 6-0. And St. Xavier leads Penn High School of Indiana 6-0.
Penn High School all the way up near in Mashakawa. Mashakawa?
Now you're making up words.
No, that's a real place.
And
it's
it's-
up by North Bend.
Yeah, nowhere near Pennsylvania.
Yeah, is that Mashakawa?
I know, because it Penn's in Indiana school.
All right, so 3rd down and 8 for the Oak Hills Highlanders out of the timeout. Looking to see if they can pick up their first down of the night, and it's a
Quarterback keep.
simple quarterback keeper, which is
Well, actually, it's a direct snap running back quarterback keep.
So it's a quarterback wildcat combination. You know what? I saw this years ago, Brandon, when you played Pee Wee ball. Wasn't it a Glen Estee Elementary School ran this, and it's effective. But you've got to have horses up front, and the offensive line is not doing their job. But you know what? They're facing one of the best defensive lines in the city with the Colerain front.
Yeah. Colerain defensive line, one of the biggest and strongest we've had in quite some time. And in addition to the linebackers, too, Mike Best back there as well. There's a high snap back. Number 14's got it, kicks it, bounces, crosses into Colerain territory. Deshaun Pace stays away from this one. It looks like it got touched all the way up at the 44-yard line, and that's where the Colerain Cardinals will take over. 1st down and 10. Up 14-0 here with 4:46 to go in the opening quarter.
Correct me if I'm wrong, and I know, Brandon, you will. The 44-yard line is the deepest start of the Colerain first possession.
It is so far tonight. Big score update up north. St. Ignatius strikes first. They lead Hoban 7-0.
That is a big contest right there.
Hoban has like a 30-game winning streak, don't they, or something crazy?
They've won, I know, at least 2 state titles in a row, right?
I think they've won 3 titles in a row, but
3.
they might have lost in the regular season.
Yeah,
Against much bigger schools like St. Ignatius.
So back to the double wing. Give to the fullback. He
MJ
gets
Flowers
outside.
is still on his feet. He gets outside. He gets enough for the first down. Down to the 40-yard line of Oak Hills. Taken out of bounds. right around the 35. We'll see where they mark him officially, but it'll be enough for another Colerain Cardinal first down.
Yeah, you gotta like it. It's Noah Goddard from Oak Hills, number 10. You gotta like it when your leading tackler is your safety.
You gotta like it if you're the offense.
Yeah, exactly. Your offensive line doing their job. Zach Stegmuller, Dalen Pert, Ace Aaron Schwender. That's Cameron Carnes and Elijah Malik. Don't forget about your tight ends, Beavers and Ford.
Hamza Abdul-Wahid in motion. Fakes the handoff, does Freddie,
nice
does a great
read.
job. Freddie Johnson, we're going to have a penalty on the play. Looks like it's going to come back, but that's a good run by Freddie Johnson. Good decision to hold on to that ball.
That flag's thrown in the middle of the field. It's either a holding or, yep, there we go.
Coming on back.
I just can't imagine you've got to hold this team.
Ooh,
Well-
interesting tidbit for tonight. Sycamore debuting their all-yellow uniforms tonight.
Really? That's a big game. That's the game in the GMC tonight. Princeton at Sycamore. Princeton's at Sycamore, right?
Princeton is at Sycamore.
Yeah, that's a big game tonight. Battle of two undefeateds. Most people think Princeton picking that game to win handily, but I got news for you. At Sycamore, Princeton's real first test of the year. I kind of like the Aves in that game.
Score update. Elder scores, but they're still down 1. They trail Clearwater Academy in Florida 8-7.
Snap back to Freddie Johnson. There's the handoff. It's a wide pitch. Deshaun Pace has got it. There's another flag. Guessing that's also
That's
going to
be a
coming back.
huge loss. That play took a little bit too long to develop here on this jet sweep. Coming back to your star defensive player, getting him on offense. Oak Hills reads it right away, gets great penetration. I believe they got one of the Colerain players for holding at that point of attack, and that's behind the line of scrimmage. So that's a huge loss.
It's going to be what? First and see, they need to get to the
They need to get to the-
27.
Yeah. And this ball's going to be spotted at the 42.
40, so that's 10 plus 23. Nope. So they'll
10, 20, 30, 32 yards, 33 yards,
be 36.
36.
First and 36.
So what do you call on first and 36? I run the option.
I think so too.
I don't know that I would have given Colerain. I mean, you tackled Deshaun Pace for a loss. I think probably I'd decline the penalty.
You want to play a little bit of field position.
There's a deep pitch back to number 19. He's got it. Looking for a few blocks. Found a few
See ya.
blocks. He's out into the open. He's going to have enough for the first down. He's going to be pushed out of bounds, or at least run out of bounds, but not until he gets deep inside Oak Hills territory.
That's a great play
inside
by
the 20.
Shannon Murray getting at the outside.
Yeah, Shannon Murray, third option there, wingback, takes it, hits the hole, and he does a good job. He doesn't just run straight outside. He gets inside the blocks, keeps going forward.
5'9", 155-pound junior. He's a little guy, but he can hustle.
He's pretty fast as well.
Yeah, he could move. So first down and 10 for the Cardinals. 3:45 to go in the opening quarter. Up 14-0.
Exciting, exciting.
You know, I got the best and worst seat in the house. I'm just saying here in this corner booth.
Freddie Johnson drops back to pass, throws it across the middle, and it's knocked incomplete. Intended for Hamza Abdul-Wahid. He's second down.
Looking for that slot up, and there's just a little timing off right there. He throws it early before he makes his cut, but kind of leads him a little too much. And he kind of stumbled with that cut.
It's also a good play by the safety, also starting
Yep.
running back Aaron Frick, knocking that ball away.
That was a good play by the safety.
But if you're Oak Hills, you had Colerain in position first and 36, and they still got it, so that's not good.
No.
So
I like to
down
see Freddie Johnson coming out throwing the ball here early. Under center. There we go with the counter. Hands it off to Hamza Abdul-Wahid. Finds a hole. Takes it down inside the 10-yard line where it'll be another Colerain first down.
A little different there formation-wise for the Colerain Cardinals. Hopefully it's not a giveaway that it's a counter. Typically when they go to the I formation, the extra wingback goes at the outside, but this time the wingback stays in his wingback position and they have the I. The counter gets there just that half second quickly. And I don't know if you noticed it, Freddie Johnson also gave a little head bob back and forth with the counter handoff.
Yeah, the timing wasn't perfect. I think the alley was kind of shut down a little bit and kind of exploded that play, but great continuing blocking by the offensive line. Stay on your man, created a space where there was
19
none.
in motion. Freddie Johnson hands it off over the middle. MJ Flowers takes it inside the 5-yard line.
Yeah, Flowers, big future right here, just a sophomore.
Yeah, I really will be anxious to see him after he has a year in our weight training program, what he looks like next year as a junior. He's going to be a load.
Yeah, already listed as 185, 6'1".
There's a handoff once again to MJ Flowers, and he takes it into the end zone. Colerain, touchdown.
Colerain has had his way so far, as kind of expected. It's you look at stats and you look at teams that you play. You just kind of, this is a good confidence-building game, but you don't want to get it to a play where you're playing a little bit too loose and somebody gets hurt. So,
all right, guys, I just sold my house. Sweet. Anyways, on a different note.
So Cameron Hunt, the extra point is good. So it's a 2:33 mark in the third quarter. Colerain up 21-0, and Brandon sold his house.
What? I'm sorry. What's going on?
I just got the text notification. I just got the notification that in the middle of that play that
Somebody made you an offer and you accepted, or?
well, they accepted my counteroffer. Yeah. So yay.
All right, congratulations.
Yeah.
I guess that's what you wanted, so that's good.
I don't know. I'm just confused. I got excited. They scored a touchdown, and
And you're selling real estate. I mean, what a night for.
technically I'll be homeless because I haven't bought a new house with my fiance yet, but it'll be fine. We'll figure it out.
and that's really the story. You're kind of burying the lead here.
Yeah, whatever.
Our little man Brandon here getting ready to tie the knot. So excited for him and his wonderful, beautiful fiance. Unfortunately, with it comes Brian as a father-in-law, but every marriage has its ups and downs.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? There's always one black sheep in the family, and it's a shame when it's the dad.
It is.
It's a shame it's the entire family. I mean, what?
Wait,
Kickoff
let's
by
get back to the game.
Cameron Hunt's kick will be fielded at about the 9-yard line.
Got a little bit of a crease. Oh, nice penetration by 42. Doesn't make the play. Who was that? 42. Ooh, you pronounce that name.
42?
Yeah.
That is Temeshkin Kashai. He's a sophomore, 6 foot, 173-pound linebacker.
We apologize. This is the first time that I've actually looked at that name. Temesghen. Temeskin?
Temeshkin Kache. Kase?
Yeah, I tell you what, came flying down on coverage there. And as I said, Oak Hills had a little bit of a crease there, but he disrupted that play and forced him to go a little bit deeper in his run, which allowed the Colerain defense to collapse around him.
So first down and 10, ball on the 14-yard line. Colerain up 21-0 here early in the first quarter against Oak Hills. There's once again a direct snap back to the quarterback, number 14. He's going to take it and move forward for a couple of positive yards. Again, that is Will Young, a senior for Oak Hills in the quarterback role.
I believe that's the biggest gain of the day for 3 yards.
Yeah.
3-yard pickup, second down, 7.
It's not, the schedule makers are what the schedule makers are, and they just happen because of the rotation. But after playing Wayne and St. X in back-to-back weeks, I'm very happy to see them have a game like this, an opportunity to maybe rest some guys that need to get rest, or not necessarily worry about playing guys that are dinged up. We see number 15, Tyler Prather, the other junior quarterback on the sidelines, warming his arm up a little bit. You got to believe he may see some playing time tonight.
Snap back, quarterback draw.
He'll get about a yard.
So third down and 5 upcoming for the Highlanders. Again, Oak Hills starting off this year 0-2. Beginning to see and understand why.
Well, I can understand. I've seen this offense kind of work at different, but you can't run it. You've only got 1 or 2 pass plays. And if you're not executing up front, you've got to make some type of adjustment. And I don't know what kind of adjustments that you make.
Well, we also haven't seen, a lot of times with offenses like these, you see lots of counters out of it. You see motion out of it. You see double handoffs out of it.
We haven't seen any of that.
You're right. I forgot about the double handoffs that we used to see from the old Glen Estee teams.
There's a snap. Once again, number 8's got it, and he's trying to get yards. And
he gets outside the 20, but
maybe
it's
one.
Yeah, it's going to be 4th down and 4.
So Colerain defense coming to play tonight, as they do every week, and they have held Oak Hill so far, with approaching 30 seconds to go in this opening quarter, to 0 first downs. Deshaun Pace coming back, standing on the Cardinal head, the senior captain, on his way to the University of Cincinnati next fall. Snap is back, almost blocked. The line drive kicked away from him, bounces over his head. He just needs to stay away from it, Deshaun. That's going to be a great roll for Oak Hills, all the way down inside the 30, all the way down to the Colerain 23-yard, 27-yard line. Rolled past the 30, all the way down to the 20. I think they're going to mark it at the 28-yard line. So first down and 10 for the Cardinals in their worst field position of the night. As we approach, we're going to, I guess, one play, or there's about 6 seconds left in the first quarter. First down and 10 at their own 28-yard line. So chance for the offense to get a few more yards.
Yeah, Oak Hills is smart there. Their last couple punts, they're really not kicking it up in the air, just kicking that line drive kick and hoping to get a bounce. And it's tougher to return unless you get a true hop. If you do get a true hop, it sets you up, but taking away the big returns. Colerain, as you said, at their own 28.
Freddie Johnson's got it, follows his fullback through the hole, but good penetration by that Oak Hills defense. Held him to just a 1-yard gain, so that hole collapsed quickly. That's going to be the final play of the first quarter. Your Colerain Cardinals lead the visiting Oak Hills Highlanders 21-0.
How about that? Freddie Johnson that keeps the ball himself, and he's the last card. As a matter of fact, he's not getting up. He's on the side. He's on the ground after that play. He just did a quarterback follow and followed the fullback. Oak Hills did not bite on the fullback. Had two linebackers collapse around him.
So Tyler Prather.
You wanted to see Prather or not, but not this way.
Certainly not this way, no. Freddie Johnson is going to be key. No matter what role he plays, he's going to be key to however far we go this year.
Couple score updates. Elder now leads Clearwater Academy 14-8. St. Xavier over Penn High School 13-0.
Clearwater Academy out of Florida came up here. I'm guessing they had the day off of school and they must have traveled yesterday. Got here and
elsewhere. Freddie's up a little gingerly. Elsewhere, Princeton Sycamore after 1 quarter play tied 0-0. Mason in East tied after 1 quarter play 0-0. West after 1 quarter play leads Hamilton 6-0, and after 1 quarter play Fairfield 7, Middletown 7.
Watching trainer John Martini walking Freddie off the field. No limp. He's not really supporting an arm. He's holding him up, so I'm guessing he got his bell rung.
That could be.
Nope, he's looking at that shoulder.
Let's hope that is not a collarbone.
Well, he's not looking in the collarbone area because he's going to the back of the shoulder.
Okay,
is he left-handed?
Let's not. Yes, he left-handed.
It's his right shoulder.
Let's not speculate.
Maybe
we don't know.
It's his red shoes. Maybe it's the red shoes that are throwing him off.
Either way, number 15, junior quarterback Tyler Prather will come into the game for the first time tonight. Now, Tyler, of course, ran the JV team last year as a sophomore, leading them to a 9-1 record, and he ran it in a traditional option offense. However, we've really only seen him this year in a passing attack. Let's see what he does here.
Under center here.
He's lining up under center.
Traditional wing. They're actually kind of tight. Look, usually got the wide receivers out a little bit farther. Colerain really bunched up right here.
So we're not going to see him do it like a 6-step drop? Is that what you're saying?
Well, this could open up for a quick little pop pass or a jet sweep that's completely blown up, and that's us. And that referee's slow with the whistle.
Yeah, I mean, Hamza Abdul Wahid took that handoff, got pushed backwards in 6, 7, 8 yards, 9, 10 yards before there was a whistle.
So it'll bring up a third down and 12. So what Chris said, Prather ran the JV offense, but ran the option. But we know him, and everybody talk all year about his throwing ability.
He throws a really nice ball.
They're spreading him out this time, but still, he's under center. I thought he'd be under the shotgun.
Bubble.
Getting the play call change from the sidelines. 5 seconds left in the play clock.
Drops back to pass, says Tyler. Looks, avoids some pressure. Stays on his feet. He's going to tuck it and run. He's going to get out past the 30-yard line, so he's going to pick up about 4, maybe 5 yards on that run.
And for the first time tonight, Cardinals are in a punting situation.
And this is an area of the field. The ball's going to be spotted at the 32-yard line. They're going to need 7. Lawson Sandusky's back there, and we know he's got the green light. If he sees something, he can take off on his own, but this is not the area where you're going to run. And as of right now, nobody from Oak Hill's a late substitution. And at first, they didn't have anybody back to return the kick. Play clock runs down to 12.
It's a great kick by Lawson Sandusky.
Oh, he got a bad hop.
That'd be a great hop if he was trying to down it inside the 5-yard line.
That would have been an unbelievable one. So Lawson Sandusky on the punt. First time we've called his name tonight. The senior punter / wingback kicks it down to the Oak Hills 33-yard line, and that's where they will take over first down and 10. So Colerain forced to punt for the first time tonight. Again, you lose your starting quarterback to an apparent arm, shoulder, something injury. so you got to put in a new guy, and it takes a little bit of
Well, that's just
steam
a
out of
straight
the offense.
possessions too, because the injury or the whatever's happened with him happened right at the end of the quarter. So you had a little bit of time, you lose a little bit of momentum, lose a little bit of adrenaline right there. So first down, Oak Hills, 33-yard line.
It's a good thing the defense is doing what they're doing.
There's a double handoff
Yep.
that's fumbled.
And he fumbled it.
It's
Ball's
still
on the floor,
loose. Elijah
Elijah Ford recovers it.
You know, Brandon, you were talking earlier about this offense. You sometimes see the double handoff. This time they tried it. Maybe this is why we don't see it, because they didn't execute it that well.
No, there was no one there, and it actually probably would have gained at least 2 yards for Oak Hills, but it just kind of bobbles it, and it falls on the turf, and it's picked up by Ford.
Yeah, Elijah Ford really, if he had a chance, got a nice hop, could have scooped and scored, but did the smart thing, just fall on the ball. Colerain's ball to 30. 10:54 left in this second quarter.
So just heading back out there.
Freddie's heading.
Freddie's back in.
Freddie's back in there. So whatever, maybe it was a stinger or something he had.
Brandon, you dealt with the shoulder for years here.
I have
at
2
Colerain.
of them, actually.
Yeah, 2 shoulders like most people do, but one of them was bad.
Oh, yeah. No, both of them were bad.
So, yeah, that stinger, you just get a shock down your system. Your arm goes limp. Your arm goes numb.
There's a handoff to Hamza Abdul-Wahid. He's got a crease. He's going to try to
One man
get all
to
the way in. He's going to get down inside the 5 down to about the 1 yard line.
And for the second time tonight, Hamza Abdul-Wahid does all the work, gets it down the 1 yard line, and most likely won't get the touchdown reward yet.
That's really the story of his varsity career, let's be honest.
Well, I tell you what, let's go back, talking about fantasy football, which I know you weren't. Corey Schlesinger from the Detroit Lions stole Barry Sanders' touchdowns.
Mike Allstott stole them from
10
Warwick Dunn
yes.
all the time.
I had Barry Sanders, and I thought I was good, and Schlesinger had 10 touchdowns to Barry Sanders' 6 on the year. Just saying.
Freddie Johnson, under center, takes the ball.
Oh,
hands it off and is hitting the back. Walks off the sideline. He seems to be just fine.
Yeah.
Colerain up 27-0, extra point pending.
That brings out Cameron Ott again. The combination of your long snapper, Brandon Sinclair.
I will say, interesting that on a goal line stand, once again, we did not see MJ Flowers out there.
Well, you got to lead. You want to kind of reward some of the other guys at times.
Kick is up and good. And at the 9:54 mark of the second quarter, it's Colerain Cardinals 28 to Oak Hills Highlanders 0. A reminder, that was Aaron Swinder's long snapper on field goals.
That's right, yeah. Sinclair's the long snapper on punts, probably.
Couple score updates. Kent McKinley trails Euclid 14-7. Mogador leads Field 7-0. All right, I'll stop going with the obscure ones. We did have a quick update. Hoban now leads Iggy 14-7. Trotwood now leads Wayne 14-7. Kings leads Northwest 7-6. Clearwater Academy now leads Elder 16-14. East leads Mason 14-0. Fairfield scores, they lead 14-7 over Middletown.
Good for Coach Haynes at East, but what's happened to Mason? That school that large.
When you have so many kids, it's hard to get enough good football players. Wait a minute, no, that's not how that works.
That's not at all how that works.
They're really struggling this year. We're waiting because we've got an Oak Hills Highlander down. That's Luke Newhouse, senior defensive lineman. He's up walking off on his own power with a little bit of a limp right there.
Well, best wishes that young man. Hopefully it's nothing serious. Maybe just got a helmet in the leg or something. But
well, a lot of times on the extra points, you're jumping up to block it and you're coming down on somebody's foot. So I'm guessing twisting an ankle here.
There is a bit of an upset brewing right now. And not really upset brewing.
How can there be an upset brewing this early in the night? Come on.
Mount Healthy and Wyoming are scoreless. Deep in, with just over a couple minutes left in the first half. That would be a monumental upset at Mount Healthy.
Well, you've got the Division II player here. Well, but Wyoming hasn't lost in 2 years.
I understand, but Mount Healthy
the number one quarterback just signed with UC, the D2 Player of the Year.
D4.
Or is it D4?
I got to be honest.
I was close. I was making up stats, and I almost got them right.
Yeah, you did. You were close. Cameron Ott on to kick off for the 4th time tonight.
This time kicking into a slight wind.
I guess actually 5th time tonight.
Pop-up kick.
And it's caught at the 20, taken up to the 25, 30, 35. Oak Hills all the way out to their own 44-yard line. Good starting field position for the Highlanders. Once again, Special teams coverage, a little bit of a bugaboo for the Cardinals at this point of the year.
I don't know
Looked
if
good
that's
early
on,
on,
I don't
but-
know if that's on the kick though, because that kick was awfully not good.
Yeah, he looked like he was kicking for an area and didn't
Well,
get
it was
there.
like you
It wasn't high, it wasn't long.
You either kick it high or long, and that was neither.
Yeah, and the Highlander made a great play. I believe it was number 40. I'm not really sure. Got it on the run. And all you need on a good kick return is just a little bit of a crease because that momentum is coming straight at you, and he just – good timing on that kick. But Oak Hills with their best field position to start here at their own 44.
Personal foul, Colerain.
Is it 40?
No, it's even more. They're going to call, I think, a horse collar on Colerain and the tackle out of bounds. So for the first time tonight, Oak Hills is in Cardinal territory.
With 9:48 left to go in the first half, and Colerain leading 28-0. The Oak Hills Highlanders are going to walk into Colerain territory
With Colerain 41.
on the back of a horse collar tackle out of bounds on that kickoff return. So first down and 10 for the Highlanders on the 41-yard line.
So see if this would get any life to this Highlander offense, which has really struggled so far.
Snap is back. A couple of spin moves. Quarterback keeps it, tries to take it up the middle, and there really wasn't much there for him.
No, there wasn't.
Yeah.
That was another new quarterback, number 2.
They snapped it back. He faked the jet sweep, faked the counter, spun around in a 360, and then had somehow find a hole. But by all that time happening, the Colerain defense had just collapsed on him.
Devin Holt on the carry for a loss of 1.
You know,
This type of offense, you need to be so crisp. You need to be military.
you need to be De La Salle-like is what you need to be.
Exactly.
No one's De La Salle.
That was-
No, well, I guess
Except
that.
maybe De La Salle.
Yeah, no,
So he did lose a half a yard.
So second down and a long 10. Pressure up the middle, run wide to the left.
Will Young with all carries.
Pick up positive yards on that.
Will Young will get 4 yards.
Sean Williams.
People talk about our offense being a little outdated, the triple option. I don't
Nope, 3 yards.
I don't know that I've ever seen this offense run at a Division I level.
Yeah. Well, you're
I mean, not in this decade or last decade.
well probably 4-down territory here. 3rd down and 8.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Trailing by 4 scores?
Yeah. You don't get
It was
don't
at
get
least,
it here.
It was
You're
at least 7 years ago that we saw an offense like this.
All right. 3rd down and 7. Ball to 38.
Another
Ball is loose again.
Still loose.
Recovered by number 22 for Oak Hill, so it'll be 4th down.
They're going to call him down at the spot.
Yeah.
Yep.
But again, second attempt at a double handoff, second time they fumbled.
Yeah, they probably need to stay away from that play until they
Well-
run that just a few more times in practice, maybe.
You've had all summer. This is the 3rd game of the season.
I understand.
So 4th down, back to the line of scrimmage. 4th down and 7. We're down to 7:50 left to play till halftime.
Ball set at the 38-yard line.
Oak Hills is going to keep their offense on there.
For sure. I mean, what?
But their quarterback, well, the guy who's listed as the quarterback, they've run like 3 quarterbacks at the same time, is also
The quarter runner.
is also the punter.
So here comes a timeout from Oak Hills. Going to think about this a little bit.
Their second time out of the first half.
Join the Colerain Boosters.
So just a reminder out there, we are Colerain.com. We're all a bunch of volunteers here. We've been doing it for a couple years, and we could use your help. Whether you're a parent, a student, or just someone who wants to help us out, we're always looking for help. If you've got a camera and want to help us out, cover other sports, other extracurricular activities, show cards, everything. We can just get in contact with us, and we can show you how you can post videos, how you can help. We can help you broadcast maybe a sport, or you can write articles that promote your team. Just remember, you can get a hold of us and find out information on how to volunteer at chris@wearecolerain.com. That's CHRIS.
That's BRIAN at wearecolerain.com.
Hey, you know what? Send it to either one of us. Just
Absolutely.
Just look on there, and while you're there, there's a link to join the boosters. The boosters do
That
a
link
lot.
doesn't exist anymore on YouTube. Sorry.
Not on YouTube, but on our website.
Oh, sorry.
You can join the
Who's
boosters.
talking about YouTube? He's having delusions of escrow over
Yeah,
there.
the Colerain boosters. They support not only the football team, but all athletics and extracurricular activities here in the district.
Easy
Not
for you
only
to say.
Colerain High School, but White Oak Middle, and as well as Colerain Middle.
Absolutely.
So back into the punt formation, but Pace is going to set back, but this is a good area for just to kind of decide to fake, but they're not. They're going to try to kick it deep and pin him deep, but he shanks this one trying to get away from the
I don't know if that was a shank. I think that was kind of...
It was an attempt at a coffin corner.
Yeah, but the way he kicked it, that was a perfect spiral. That's the type of punt where you kick it that way so it bounces dead and doesn't keep rolling forward.
When you got that type of spiral, you're directional kicking and trying to kick it at the pylon, but this ball goes out at the 15.
What's the thinking when you're down 4 scores and you're as deep in your opponent's territory as you've been all night?
Your defense had just stopped Colerain for the first time. You may be looking, you got more trust in your defense stopping Colerain back in here and maybe getting the ball than your offense picking up the first down.
Okay.
Prather under center.
Yep. The speed pitch wide, well defensed by O'Kills. Hamza Abdul Wahid is going to pick up about maybe 1 yard, maybe line of scrimmage.
Again, you can reach us at the booth at radiowarecoin.com or directly in the comments of our YouTube stream. Thanks to Jim and Terry Shear listening from Chicago, Illinois.
Who else we got listening? Let's hear from you.
Lots of people.
Yeah, lots of people. Chime in in the chat room on YouTube. Love to hear from you there.
Then we'd have to look at the YouTube.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's double task. That's a lot of work.
I know.
Credits.
Try and make it work.
So no gain on that play. 6:50 till halftime. Prater now under center.
Colerain up 28-0. There's a counter. Well defensed by O'Kills again. So not really fooling anybody with those 2 plays.
Well, I don't know if it was as much as well defense as just poorly executed by Colerain.
Yeah, there seemed to be a lot of jumping
there's
around.
no Kwasi Jones, it looks like, playing on its line. If we go by our 2 deep, we have about 2 backups on the offensive line right now. So
what that gives us 6 minutes, 10 seconds left to play the quarter. A 3rd down and 8. But still, we haven't seen anything out of the shotgun. I thought we'd see that once Prather in there. But you know what? Give him some experience running the option, too. We know he can throw it. Can he run this offense?
Yep, now he's going to drop back and look to pass. Look, there's
a
big hole right in the middle. Let's see if he can make a few guys miss.
Oh, he fumbled it.
He fumbled the ball, and O'Kills picks it up. They're still on his feet. Headed into the end zone is number 37, and he's going to score on the fumble, scoop and score. O'Kills puts 6 points on the board.
That's why they didn't punt it. Matthew Hodges, the junior, picks it up. Prather trying to get extra yards. As I said, known as a thrower, not as a runner. He is athletic, but tried just a little bit too hard. That ball was knocked out around the 25-yard line. O'Kills takes it back for their first score of the year.
No?
Oh, no, that's right. They got a couple last week. Yeah.
They got a couple. I think they had 10 points.
I know you don't want to show anything to Princeton, but at least half of your offense right now
is not playing. Yeah,
and I get you want to save people, and you don't want to show to Princeton.
You don't do that till halftime.
But it's still the first half.
Yeah, I agree. And on top of that, again, this is an offense that scored 1 touchdown last week against St. X, and it was their first series of the game. Once St. X adjusted defensively, we didn't score again.
Yeah, O'Kills breaks the huddle, and they have to call a timeout. They had too many men on the field for the extra point.
Yeah, I agree, fellas. I mean, again, we don't know all the reasons why behind some guys may or may not be starting or playing at all. I mean, again, they could be dinged up. I mean, we had 2 very difficult games to start this year against Wayne and St. X, 2 very athletic, big, strong teams. I mean, look, St. X is the favorite to win this region, in my opinion, from what I saw last week. Elder's good. They're an offensive power, no doubt about it. But, you know, defensively, I always have questions about Elder. They really haven't shown me a defense in the past decade that is able to put the clamps down on anybody. They've always kind of lived by outscoring teams, and they've got the guys to do it this year. There's no doubt about it. But St. X just looks to be like they're going to be a class above everybody else when we get to playoff time come late October. And, you know,
your defense can only carry you so far.
Yeah, you got to be able to score points to win, right? You can't win games by scoring 7, 10 points. You're just not going to win at that level.
Especially when as we saw last week, Liam Clifford can score in one play and completely change a game.
Exactly. So on for the extra point attempt. Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up, and kick is good. So
how did he not block that?
I have no idea. With 5:46 to go here in the first half, it's O'Kills 7 on the board. Colerain 28.
You know, we heard from Colerain last year, kind of their slogan, you know, all gas and no brakes. Have they let off the gas a little too early in this game?
You know, and again, You guys know, Brandon, certainly you're closest to playing competitively than any of us here in the booth. I'm sure there's something that comes from playing a team that you kind of know going in that you are better than. And if you just execute your game plan, you're going to probably win the game. I'm sure there's a level of intensity that's missing.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you have that intensity early, and then you slow down a little bit. But this offense, the triple option offense that we run, is a lot on timing. This is a good game with an opposite opponent. You're overmatched. Yeah, I mean, that's no problem. But this is that you can work on timing and work on rhythm.
You have to, right? Because next week is Princeton, and this is a Princeton team that's got 3 of the top 4 class of 2020 recruits in the entire state of Ohio. Think about that. 3 of the top 4 in the entire state, and 2 of them play defense. So, look, at the end of the day, your offense needs to be clicking on all cylinders, and I'm sure they're trying. But you're right. There needs to be a level of intensity, and I don't think we have to worry about that with Coach Rod and Coach Williams, but. These players need to, get to it, and let's see some intensity. I don't know what that is.
Onside kick.
Caught at the 30-yard line by number 20, is it 29?
Score update. At halftime, Princeton 0, Sycamore.
Yep, that was Kenny Willis.
0.
Sorry, thank you. That was Kenny Willis, the sophomore, number 29, that recovered that onside kick attempt.
We've seen in Colerain in the past. I know this Coach Coatright.
I don't know. Slow down.
He's been on the staff a long time, and I'm not going to second guess him. He's much smarter than I am. But we've seen a mass substitutions in the second half. But then the second string quarterback runs with the first string offensive line. We saw a lot of offensive line. I mean, your offensive line for me is the part of this team that needs the most work. I can see subbing some skill positions, but you need to leave your starting offensive line out there as long as possible.
There's another handoff.
Nice
wide
run.
Jalen Thomas touching it for the first time tonight. He's going to take it around the end, and if he can beat one guy, he's all the way into the end zone, stays on his feet, tiptoes all the way in. They're calling a touchdown.
Well, the referee was so far behind the play, he couldn't keep up. I know it's tough finding good referees, but he was almost forced out of bounds, but the referee was on that sideline, was 40 yards behind the play.
So Jalen Thomas taking the handoff from the line of scrimmage all the way into the end zone. Where were they, at the 31-yard line?
We'll let you know. Yeah, that was, hold on, I'll look. I got a stats guy right here.
Check the stats.
Going back to the stats.
That's the first time Jalen Thomas has touched the ball tonight. And he's one of those starters on offense we expect to see. But I think that's a 69-yard run for a touchdown. We'll see here.
69-yard run.
There you go. So Cameron Ott on for the extra point just like that. The Colerain Cardinals get that fumble recovery back. Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up, and kick is good. So, with 5:31 to go in the opening half, it's
there was
Colerain
some
35.
confusion on that extra point.
Yep.
One referee blew his whistle. Oak Hills didn't rush because they heard a whistle.
Colerain 35, Oak Hills 7. Yeah, it's not.
It's tough to find officials. Nobody wants this job.
Also, a little inside baseball. The GMC assigns every referee crew gets rated, and depending on the level of game, certain crews will be assigned based on their ratings.
So I think what you're trying to say there is that the more closely matched games may get the best crew.
Yes.
I understand what you're saying.
And since everyone expected the outcome we are seeing so far, we might have just got...
maybe not the best crew.
Maybe not.
Which is not to say that they're bad.
No, it's not like they've made wrong calls. They're just out of position.
Yeah, no, they
can't keep up with the speed of the game.
They have not.
And it hasn't affected the game at all.
No.
It really hasn't.
Nope. They're
it's
letting
just
the boys
you
play.
notice stuff when...
You shouldn't notice the referee.
Well, in a game like this, things get noticed. So another score update.
Well, just on that play, I'm following the running back along the sidelines to see if he steps out there, looking for the referee to hold his hand up, drop a bang bang or something, and I can't find the referee. He was 40 yards behind the play.
So Cameron Ott with a low line drive kick, takes a bounce, picked up right inside the 15-yard line. Good hit by Colerain special teams.
Got 42 again?
Might be. Let's see who gets up. Number 42 once again. What's his name?
Temesgen Kashe.
Temesgen Kashe. Casse?
We're going to have to
Casse.
find
We're
out.
definitely going to find out how to pronounce it. If anyone from that person's family is listening, can
Please
you
go
type?
to please
Go into the
type
chat.
into the chat that we're not paying attention to.
Is there anybody up here in the box that might know, a teacher or a counselor?
Speaking of which, Ivan Pace Jr. checking in.
Big game tomorrow for him.
Lex Aaron Swender checking in.
Well, you know what's great? It's don't you have Boldens on either side of the field tomorrow? I don't know how much playing time
Yes,
you got.
yes, sure. You got Luke and Dan, right? No, not Dan. I'm sorry.
Kyle.
Dan's up in Toledo. Kyle. There's a handoff right up the middle.
Yep, it was that fake handoff pivot.
Yep. So real interesting start to this game for the Colerain offense. And again, 35 points to go here. And it refreshed my memory. What is the running clock? Is it 30? Or I think it's 30 points, and we don't get to that until we get to the second half. So the
Speaking
Colerain
of-
Cardinals are not in a position for that, only up by 28.
Speaking of, you spoke earlier of Elder struggling on defensively. Clearwater Academy has 3 scores of over 70 yards.
Yeah. Well, look, let's be clear. Clearwater Academy is like an IMG, right? There's a snap back, quarterback looking for some room, and he's not going to find a whole lot of it there. Clearwater Academy is like an IMG. Those kids come from literally all over the country. Many of them are from Canada. Their star player is a 5-star wide receiver who probably is the one who's caught those touchdowns. He's going to Clemson. So if you're a wide receiver
Clemson's
going to
pretty
Clemson,
good.
yeah, you're pretty good. So, and they've got, oh, by the way, they've got like 10 guys on that team that are 4-stars.
But Elder leads 28-24.
I mean, that's what I mean.
Wait.
Elder can score with
Nice
anybody.
tease, Brandon.
But
I
that's
like that. I thought Elder, while he was talking, Elder's getting whooped. They're giving it up defensively, but they're scoring on that team too.
Yeah.
Speaking of Canada,
So he 3rd down and 8.
That's a great segue. There's a handoff.
About a 45-degree angle kick.
Now it goes.
about 14 yards, and it's going to be spotted at the Colerain 45. We got 3:31 left till halftime.
speaking of Canada, Mentor leads Football North of Canada 28-15.
Wait, 15? Canadian team is.
That's the thing.
Go ahead.
Clearwater,
Our touchdown- our touchdown-
Clearwater Academy
Our
has
touchdowns less or more up there.
Clearwater
Does it-
Academy has 24 points. They only have
See
3
where I went there?
touchdowns.
I was trying to give it to you, but
I know.
he's going on and on about
I know, he's
Clearwater.
not listening to
I
me.
can't stop him. There's another speed around. Number 19's got it. Spins out of a tackle, but taken down by number 11. I think got back to the original line of scrimmage. so-
Shannon Murray just needs to go.
Yeah.
Kind of hesitated. Just go.
Well, it was
I mean, this is
good
the most-
penetration there from the outside defensive end.
This is the most Shannon Murray's played all night.
That was Dominic Ewing.
I mean, he did start the game.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, this is the most he's played all.
Wait.
Speaking of referee problems,
I don't know.
apparently
who's
at
speaking
the
of that.
apparently at Lakota West Big Blue game, the referee said timeout Colerain. Only problem, it was Lakota West versus Hamilton.
Oh boy.
Must be one of Tom's favorite referee
Oh
crews.
boy.
So 2nd down and 10.
There's a counter.
Oh, he's got room. Get a block.
Yep, and he cuts it inside just as he should, and he is gone. Number 19 for the Colerain Cardinals, Shannon Murray with his first varsity touchdown.
That's a junior taking it the distance. 2:41 left to play. Puts 41st point on the board. I think that little sit down and that Oak Hill score is kind of woken up, got the energy back in this offense. And I tell you what, my not let you have to upset this defense, but it's like, wait a minute, we didn't give up those points.
This is one of the most unique scores I have ever seen.
41-7.
Yellow to ice cream sandwich.
In the middle of the 3rd quarter,
End table to pickup truck.
this is a game in the middle of the 3rd quarter. Lebanon leads West Claremont 2-0.
Huh.
Snap is back, kick is up, it's good. And with 2:41 to play in the first half, it's your Colerain Cardinals 42.
Yeah, Aaron Schwender bounced that one back. A great play by Prazer. That ball bounced actually was behind him.
That's the second one.
Oak
tonight.
Hill.
He's done that. That's great having a
Highlanders,
quarterback
7.
with good hands right there as your holder.
Why is 2-0 so strange to
It's
you?
a third
Because it's
quarter.
the 3rd quarter. They're in the middle of the 3rd quarter.
Oh,
We're not even at halftime yet.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
If
I
that game
understand
ends
now.
2-0, that would be crazy.
Is that the official score of a forfeit, or is the forfeit 1-0?
Forfeit is 1-0.
1-0. Okay.
14, Nation 0.
So that's twice as much as a forfeit.
Northwest 6. St. X 13, Penn High School 0.
Hey, join the boosters. We're here at Colerain High School. We are Colerain.com. Remember, if you want to get a shout out. We're going to need a lot of shout outs probably in this the second half here. Let us know where you're listening from, what year you graduated. Just want to shout out to one of the players. Remember, that's radio@wearecolerain.com.
Yeah, let's hear from you. Let's make this an audience participation. Ask us some questions, maybe some trivia questions.
Hey, last
Who ran for 834 yards in 1987?
Stump the experts.
Yeah, man, we all have Google. Trivia is kind of pointless.
But how about that last week? We get the text from Italy.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That might have been a new country that we've heard from.
I have a question.
And that one was from Verified because that was a friend of mine.
There's Cameron Otway again on the low line drive kick, skirting on the ground, picked up at the 15 by number 20. He's looking.
There's our man again.
And 42, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, is making a play for WeAreColerain.com player of the game. I'm just here to tell you right now, boys. He has been a special team.
4 special team tackles and 1 special team blow up that allowed somebody else to.
Casa.
You know what?
You know what? Halftime, somebody's running down the sidelines and asking a coach.
You know what? I'm giving it to him now. It's his now. I don't need to see anything else because that kid is
you can't
one.
Make that call
No, I can't. I just did. I want to know how to pronounce his name, and 2,
we
he's
will
been a beast.
vote. You only have 1 vote in this.
That's true. That's true.
So Oak Hill's going to take the ball at their own 13.
There's again with
that
more spin
double
moves.
Pivot, spin, pirouette, dive.
Is Oak Hill's
up
running
4 yards.
out of time here in the first half? Do the Cincinnati public schools start at 6 o'clock?
Started at 5.
Some of them started at 6:30.
Okay, because Taft has defeated Withrow.
Taft and
29-20.
Withrow
That
started
one
at
did
5
start.
o'clock. It was the opening at Stargill Field the first time down there. They did started at 5.
Because Brandon's doing the math, and he's like, that literally
How are
isn't
they?
possible.
They scored points?
There's no way. They just started the clock, and everybody just sat there and watched
That was
run.
probably the biggest gain by Oak Hills. They picked up 5.
A little surprising with as much time as that kind of a play takes to develop.
So 2 quarterbacks in the shotgun.
Under 2 minutes to go here. Colerain up 42-7. There's a little option. Trying to run wide. He's going to lose about 2 yards on that play.
A little midline option for the Oak Hills Highlanders. A little different, but nothing different in the results.
Yeah, tackle there by, who was that? Donovan Owens. Blows up the quarterback, running back, or I'm not really sure who's playing what. So bring up another 3rd down.
Well, again,
Has Oak Hill's got a first? They don't have a first down yet, do they?
No, they do not.
On the big penalty was the big field position change was a tackle on a change of possession.
Exactly.
So no.
They have 21 plays for 13 yards and no first downs.
So they need 5 here. They need to get out to the 29-yard line.
Stats.
Fantastic. So there's the snap back. Now looking to pass. He's got some time. Rolling, and now he's out of time. Pass is
picked off.
Picked off by number 8 for the Colerain Cardinals. Takes it down inside the 20. Another turnover for this Cardinal defense.
Yeah, he was looking downfield. There was nobody there. Great coverage downfield, and he just kind of threw it to a body there.
David Pratton wasn't really expecting it. He was open, but I think he was more in blocking mode and just kind of bounces off the shoulder. Xander Kendall there to pick it off in the air.
Starting linebacker for the Colerain Cardinals, 5'11", 220-pound linebacker. Again, only a junior.
Cardinals will have 3 timeouts and 55 seconds to work. 20 yards to gain.
So here we go. Good opportunity to use their sub-1 minute offense. See what they can do here. Deshaun Pace back in there on offense.
It's going to be a jump ball.
So here's Freddie Johnson lining out wide.
There's no quarterback in the. Oh, there he
is.
is.
There's Prather's in the shotgun here.
Prather's in the shotgun.
On 4 wide.
Love it. Love it. There's the snap. It's back. It's low. Prather drops back, looks the pass, throws it across the middle, and it is low. He had him open, and he's upset at himself. Tyler knew he had him, but he just threw it incomplete.
He short-armed that.
Yeah,
he saw it opening up, and he rushed the throw and tried to aim it, tried to guide the ball with his hand. Cut it loose, young man. Cut it loose.
Avante Scales was wide open.
He did, but you could see him almost point with his hands
was he
where
on
the
far
ball
right?
would go.
Yeah.
13 is Avante Scales.
Yeah.
He was the postman.
Yeah, up at the top. Yeah, I saw him too.
Hey, Mr. Postman, send me. Sorry.
So little similar setup here. 4 wide. Incomplete pass. Stop the clock. 2nd down and 10.
Oak Hill showing blitz. They step out of it.
Yep. He drops back. Looks the pass. He's going to keep it. There's a penalty
Coming
flag.
back.
Tyler Prather's going to run around. Boy, he can move.
He's got good athlete.
He does. We'd
Coming
like
back.
to see him plant his foot and go vertical.
Coming back.
Yeah, we heard you. Just describing the play as it played out.
But that'll stop the clock with 40
What
seconds
is this
left.
referee doing?
This referee behind the play in the white hat is just. I told you before
Careful.
the game, he can barely walk.
The views and opinions expressed on
Are
this
mine.
program are
They're
those
mine.
of
They're
WeAreColerain.com,
mine.
specifically Brian Wyatt, and do not represent those of Colerain High School, the Northwest Local School
Look,
District,
somebody pick
or
up the
Colerain
flag because the
Boosters.
ground's too far away from me.
Holy moly, dude! What are you doing? Are you kidding me?
I'm sorry. It's just, I'm trying. It's an attempt at humor, but
It wasn't a very good one.
I
Is our
know.
former
It's,
booster president still in the box?
Ball back to the 30.
We won't say who's in the box.
Timeout, Colerain.
so it'll be a timeout, Colerain. That'll we have 2 left.
See, I can't control what they say. They just talk and they do what they do.
Yeah, but one of us has control.
Mike, it's on you. Oh man. Well, now that is unfortunate because that's going to take Colerain all the way back to the where are they? The 37-yard line. So second down and a country mile
22.
back at the 37-yard line. So an incomplete pass followed by a holding call to really put the Cards in a hole now where I'm sure they wanted to get one more score in before going to
This is
half.
going to be a jump ball to Deshaun Pace.
Well, I can see Deshaun Pace or the sophomore out there as well.
Yeah,
His name
he's-
now totally escapes me. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Isaiah Myers?
Isaiah Myers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or just that post pattern again because it's wide open.
Well, and Oak Hills is really challenging them. They're playing up tight, taking them with a man-to-man.
Yeah, I mean they're all within 8 yards of the line of scrimmage. Now the 2 linebackers dropping back a little bit. One of them's coming in.
Yeah, offsides. Or excuse me, false start by Colerain.
Back-to-back penalties for the Cardinals.
Well-
moving the wrong way.
You know,
Avante Scales just took a little bit early step right there. They're going to move it back to the 42.
Again, the old saying, right? How in the world as a receiver do you have a false start? You
because you're really eager.
I guess.
You get a little excited if you know a play is possibly going your area.
Second down, 30.
Avante was taken out of the off the field of play after that. Deshaun Pace back in.
So really,
Connor Murray, Freddie
they're
Johnson
awful
now in
close.
motion.
There's not a safety deep.
Look at that. Tyler Prather drops back. Some passes complete. Freddie Johnson, he takes it. He cuts it up the middle. He's going to run around, try and pick up enough for the first down. He's still on his feet, and he's going to get tackled out of bounds. I'm assuming.
How is there?
There's the flag. I was going to say, I'm assuming there's
Horse
going to be a
collar.
flag on that.
It's all coming back again because this referee in the back threw a holding play.
Dirty laundry on the playing surface.
So,
Unless it's on Oak Hills because he went and talked.
He went and talked to the quarterback, which is normally your captain on the offensive side. Now he's talking with the other referees.
I mean, if it's a holding, there's a horse collar. It's offsetting. We go back to the 42.
that's really unfortunate because that was a huge catch and run for Freddie Johnson.
We're still waiting on the call.
What is the call?
We
The
don't
referee
know.
has to make the call.
And then the referees are walking sideways with the ball. It is a holding on Colerain. It is a personal foul, horse collar.
There you go.
So replay the down.
7 penalties, personal
So it's just a
foul.
big fat do-over is what it is.
What'd you call him?
I didn't call him anything. Yeah. Can you just take him down? Holy free holies.
It's a ball at the 42, 31 seconds left to play in halftime. Second down and 30.
Colerain up 42-7, trying to add to their lead here before they go into the locker room. Snap is back. Tyler's got it, looking to pass. The nice little post. Stop, makes one man miss. He's into the open. Let's see how far he can get. Down inside the 20, down to the 15. Still on his feet.
Nice.
Holding
Timeout,
onto the ball.
timeout.
Yep.
Timeout. Our scoreboard keeper doesn't stop the clock.
Well, the official
it's still
clock-
running.
the official
it's
clock-
still running.
Well, they just
It's
called timeout.
Still running.
He's
no,
just waving his hands.
the
just
referee
now.
at the sidelines called timeout a long time ago.
Look at that. Official time is on the field. They'll-
Not the way this crew's been going.
Well, it is. The sun did go down, so their sand dial is not working.
It's a sundial. Holy moly. It's amateur hour.
Hey,
up
we're
in here.
on the air right now, Mark.
Hey, there's another.
Ex-booster president.
That's right.
Mark Strong joins us at the window. It's a reason why I normally close the window. He's got nachos, but it's an empty plate.
He won't
with
give
very-
us nachos?
No, look, they're gone.
Oh, what
Well,
a
I mean,
jerk.
as long as
We're
it's
on
here.
the air.
Third and floor.
Love you guys.
Third and 4.
1:30 tomorrow? 1 o'clock?
Did you get that article posted with the elementary pictures?
Guys, there's a game going on. You guys are having a conversation with the former booster. This isn't even the actual booster president. He's the former booster president. He has no power.
All right. I'm sorry, I had to check with him because he and his wife did a wonderful job getting pictures during the Colerain Cardinals visits to the elementary schools this week, and it's sitting on the website in a pending status. I just want to make sure it was ready to go.
So we're still reset to 17 seconds.
So third down, Tyler Prather drops back, looks at pass, throws it, and it is over the intended target, number 18. Mr. Murray, once again, getting a lot of PT tonight.
I'm not going to lie. That was got to be the most plays I've ever seen.
What did I say? Murray,
to gain what? They gained 6 yards in about
from the
sequence of 12 plays there?
That was Ronald Williams Jr. My apology. I'm getting him and Shannon Murray
So
confused.
the Cardinals will line up for a field goal attempt.
One's 19, one's 18.
Yeah, they're right
next
next to each other.
You're old.
Yeah.
So you know what? This is good warm-up here. The Colerain doesn't score, but it's good. This is a decent field goal attempt, about 30 yards.
Can we do better than that? What is it? Is it 31 yards?
You can always do better.
Yeah.
It's literally 30 yards. The ball is going to be set on the 20-yard line.
I thought it was 17 yards back from the line.
Just look where his hand is.
Uh-oh.
Again, a late whistle.
No, it's not a late whistle. It's a delay game.
What? A delay game. This is deteriorating.
I'm not going to lie. I think
these referees just aren't communicating with each other. And
correct me if I'm wrong. This has nothing to do with the game. I think Coach Cutright is so upset he's standing behind, and he's actually having assistant coach John Cook kind of stand on the sidelines to be the one to yell at the referees.
So take it back 5. A little bit longer field goal attempt here. Wind blowing in just a little bit for Cameron Ott, but he's a big boy. He's got a big leg. We need a good snap, and we got it. Ball's down, kick is up, and it is banged right through the goalpost. And the Colerain Cardinals put 3 more on the board and now lead the Oak Hills Highlanders by the score of 45-7. That was encouraging. That was a nice kick, and most importantly, that was a great snap.
All right, the snap's getting better. It's one of your captains, Aaron Schwender, right there. But give Prather credit right there. It seems every year they find somebody. Yeah, they don't realize how important special teams is, but to find somebody who's going to consistently snap the ball, a solid holder and a kicker every year, we really at Colerain haven't had to worry about that too much. It was kind of sketchy to start the season and preseason, but they're getting better and better each week.
Is LaSalle playing tonight or tomorrow? I know they're in Massachusetts. Got a couple updates. It's Dante.
I'm guessing they're playing tomorrow, Brandon.
Dante who?
I don't know. It just says Dante.
In the chat room? Well, who is it? Dante, if you're still in the chat room.
No, we're talking about Dante Corleone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, he is. He is good.
Really good.
He is really good.
No, he's not fast.
He's not fast.
He's
strong.
gigantic.
He's a bull.
Well, he might be fast for his size.
He can outrun me.
Well, that's not difficult. You only have you're like 6 vertebrae less than everyone else.
The question is, if he ran backwards, could he outrun you?
Probably.
Probably.
45. Is that 10 seconds on the clock?
10 seconds. Just a pooch kick, bounce the ball up the middle.
Picked up at the 10-yard line. Number 20.
There's our man. Oh, it wasn't him, but Lawson Sandusky.
Was he the one that made the tackle?
Yeah,
or somebody was flying
our
man was there.
About to make it, and all of a sudden, Lawson Sandusky launches himself and makes the tackle.
Yeah, it's one of those. I'm watching 42 going, and I go, he's gonna blow him up. But he was blown up before he got there by Lawson Sandusky, your kicker.
Going back to Dante Corleone because that's what our audience is asking about.
Yeah.
You know what I like most about him? That kid. We've seen him at basketball games when we do coverage of basketball games.
Yep.
That kid always has a smile on his face.
Yeah, he does. He's got a great smile too. He really does. Dante Corleone, a 6'2", 285-pound junior, another underclassman on this team.
So Oak Hills, 5 seconds left to kill. Run the little fake jet sweep, then another run right up the middle for no gain.
There's the whistle, and that will be the final play of the first half.
After one half of football here at Colerain High School, it's your Colerain Cardinals 45. Oak Hills Highlanders 7.
Come back for the second half. We'll come back with about 3 minutes left on the clock to do scores from around the city as well as stats. And then the second half begins, and that's where the real fun starts. So thanks for tuning in to wearecolerain.com.
Tonight's football throw per doe attempt is sponsored by Cardinals Credit Union, which is open to all Colerain students, alumni, and family members with the goal of furthering financial education and responsible money management. Cardinals Credit Union is empowered by Cincinnati Police Federal Credit Union. Tonight's participant is Stanley West. If Stanley makes the ball through the hoop, he will win $50. All right, Stanley, let it fly.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the pride of Colerain High School, the Colerain Cardinal Marching Band. The Cardinal Band is led on the field by Senior Drum Major Sam Mikes and Corinne Webster. Please join us in welcoming to Cardinal Stadium our guests this evening, members of the Colerain and White Oak Middle School Band, who will be performing a few songs with the Cardinal Band tonight before the Cardinal Band begins their show.
I thought I saw the breeze for like 2 seconds.
Mr. Page will be doing the show first. So we'll begin with our halftime show. This past Wednesday was the 18th anniversary of over 3,000 souls losing their lives in the terrorist attacks of 9/11. Tonight, the Cardinal Band pays tribute to the memory of the victims of 9/11 by saluting the everyday heroes among us in our communities with our halftime show. If you are currently a military service member, a veteran of our armed forces, and or a first responder as a police officer, firefighter, or EMT, please stand, give a wave, and be recognized. Thank you. Also, they often work long hours educating our children in the classroom, and we think of them as heroes as well. So if you are a teacher, especially in music and the performing arts, in the Northwest or Oak Hill school districts, would you please stand, wave, and be recognized?
Excuse me. I tried to time it just right.
You're fine, you're fine.
And then I saw that guy fall and I got terrified.
Thank you. Drum majors, is the band ready to perform? And now, for the victims of 9/11, America's Armed Forces, veterans, first responders, and our teaching professionals, we proudly present to you our show, Atlantis. Now, Cardinal fans, please welcome our guests this evening, members of the Colerain Middle School Band.
Today's your birthday? Come on. 28? 28? Got it. Looks good.
It's great to see all of our middle school musicians out there. This is their first experience with a marching band tonight. And they'll be playing a few songs with the Cardinal Band as we conclude our halftime performance. First up, let's take a trip to Funky Town. We have an announcement real quick. Colin Schlemmer, your parents are in the press box. Colin Schlemmer, please report to the press box. Thank you. Next up, we have a hit song made popular by Wilson Pickett in 1966. Here's Land of a Thousand Dances. conclude our performance tonight with our middle school musicians playing Cardinal Nation's favorite song, the Colerain Fight Song. On your feet, Cardinal Nation!
And we're back halftime here at the cage. Your Colerain Cardinals leading 45-7. Here are some halftime stats. Colerain has 8 first downs to Oak Hills 0. Oak Hills has run 19 plays for only 23 yards. Colerain has only run 20 plays, but they ran it for 282 yards. Oak Hills has 23 total plays for 23 yards. Colerain 27 plays, including that, for 357 yards. Your leading rushers for Colerain, Shannon Murray, 4 carries, 94 yards and a touchdown. Hamza Abdulwahid, 5 carries, 92 yards. Jalen Thomas with 1 carry and 69 yards. Moore with 2 for 9. Your leading carrier for the Oak Hills Highlanders, it's Aaron Frick, is 9 for 13 yards. Will Young, 7 for 5. Devin Holt, 2 for 5. Brandon Maxwell, 1 for 0. Passing for Oak Hills, Will Young, 0 for 4 with an interception. Freddie Johnson for Colerain is just 3 for 7, but for 69 yards, touchdown of 25 yards, and that throw was to Isaiah Myers. Ronald Williams has a catch for 24 yards, and Shannon Murray also has 1 catch for 20 yards. Your leading tacklers for the Oak Hills Highlanders, Fulton with 4, Vickery with 3, Hodges with 3, Noah Goddard with 2 for Colerain. Elijah Ford, 5 tackles. He also has a fumble recovered. Donovan Owens has 4, Dante Corleone with 3, and Michael Bess with 3. Brandon, got a minute and a half left. You got some scores for us?
I do, if Mike would turn on my mic. Couple score updates. That was a joke, Chris. See, that's what was funny. At halftime, Trotwood leads Wayne 20-14. Kings leads Northwest 28-6. Akron Hoban leads Cleveland St. Ignatius 28-10. St. Xavier leads Penn Indianapolis High School 27-0. Elder leads Clearwater Academy in Florida 35-24. In the GMC, 28-7 Fairfield over Middletown at halftime. Lakota West 12, Hamilton 6. Hamilton was stopped on the 3-yard line on 4th and 1 as time expired in the half, so they elect to go for a touchdown around the field goal, and they did not get it. Lakota East leads Mason 14-7. Sycamore led Princeton 6-0, but as we speak, Princeton is taking the lead as they convert on their extra point. They lead Sycamore 7-6. The one other score update, at halftime, Upper Arlington leads Winton Woods 7-3.
Okay, that's perfect. I'll go drop.
So that sets up. I tell you what, that's a kind of a surprise right there. You talk about the Princeton Sycamore game at halftime. You know, everybody thinks that all that talent at Princeton, you've got to get that working collectively together.
Another upset brewing. Mount Healthy scores a touchdown. They are halfway through the third quarter. Mount Healthy tied with Wyoming 7-7, and the score that I was wishing to happen will not happen. West Claremont,
the 2-0 score.
Lebanon led West Claremont 2-0 at half. Lebanon scores, and now 8-0 over West Claremont. I was really hoping for a 2-0 final there, but
or how about a 2-2 tie?
2-2 tie
in double overtime.
Ties are impossible as we would go to overtime, but as it is.
You know, as we're on the air right here at wearecolerain.com, we got some visitors here at our booth. Can I get a picture, you guys?
No.
It's elementary night. Say cheese.
What school do they go to?
What school you guys go to?
Struble.
You go to Struble? And you go to preschool?
Awesome.
That's awesome.
She's 4. Awesome.
And the obligatory question of have they called split the pot? Poor Brian. The funny thing is every week he gets here first and he has a choice not to take the window seat, but he does.
Here's the thing, too. Normally, during the game, we close the windows. But here in the early part of the season, it's too hot to close the windows.
We can't do it.
So we normally put up like all of our our depth charts and rosters, tape them to the glass so no one can see in,
right?
Or at least have an obstructive view of inside.
And normally,
did that guy find his missing? Split the pot.
No, he wanted to split the pot, and he goes, I hear you over the PA, but you're not talking right now. I go, because we're not the PA guy. Normally I get upset, but did you see the cute kids that came up there? It's elementary night up there, and one of the little Cards football players that came up.
Dad, you're already on thin ice with this broadcast as it is. I don't need you talking to preschoolers.
Hey, I'm gonna if you follow us on Facebook, I'm gonna throw a picture up there of some of our greatest fans that came up and saw.
Normally I'd say, did you get their names? But in this case, I'm glad you did not get their names.
More importantly, did you get any kind of a signed release? Oh, look at that.
No, he's fine.
That's
Touchdown Hoban. They now leave St. Ives 35-10.
Wow. Hoban's the real deal. They are the real deal.
Are they going for 4 or 5 straight Division II championships?
I think it's 4.
Well, aren't they in another one of those areas where they've got open enrollment? They draw kids from all over.
No, they're a large Catholics. They're small Catholics.
Yeah, they're Catholic.
All right.
They're the only
open enrollment is right.
They're a private school in Akron. They pretty much get their pick of the Akron area.
Although you'd think St. Vincent St. Mary would have something to do with that. I mean, they got a fairly famous alum. I'm trying to think of his name.
Oh, you're talking about
that's a basketball school.
Leben Wayne.
Oh no.
Leben,
yeah, I got you.
Wayne's. What's his name?
Rich Paul.
That's it. You got it.
The agent, the super agent.
Yeah, that's
the
it.
Super agent.
Yeah, he went to Akron St. Vincent St. Mary.
Actually, I don't even know if he did. I just think he was like.
There was another guy there though. I thought he played lacrosse.
Yeah. Well, he did play football. He was a wide receiver tight end.
Yeah, that's right. That's what he's known for. He's known for being a great football player.
The recruiting went down when they ran out of Hummers.
And we're back.
No, LeBron James got in trouble for having a Hummer.
I know. His mother was given one, or she bought one. But anyway,
he got very generous terms on his loan.
Yeah, I got as a high school senior.
As in no down payment, no interest, no payment whatsoever.
You don't know the specifics.
For the entirety of the lease that expired in
after he signed
with Nike. Olin Tangi Liberty
just having fun.
Leads Glenville at halftime, 21-0.
Look at Oak Hills. They're out on the field. They're ready to kick the ball. They want to get going.
Well, Colerain, we're probably going to see a lot of, we talked about them subbing a little too early. We're going to see probably a lot of subs here now. And it's just making sure that they've got 11 guys on the field right now.
He almost said 12
I almost
twice.
said 12. Well, that happened. They had 12, and then they called the timeout last week, and then they put 12 back on.
I know.
As a reminder.
Keep an eye on those places.
Huh?
They're flying all over the place.
Well, get rid of them.
As a reminder, and high school rules,
oh my gosh.
if a team is winning by 30 points or more, there will be a running clock. So this second half will be played with a running clock.
Colerain had deferred. They had won the toss, deferred to the second half. They will receive. Oak Hills have been kind of pooching it away from the return man, and he pops this ball straight up. You call a fair catch, but you still got to catch it. It's still a live ball. They popped the ball straight up about 15 yards.
That was a really
called a fair catch, but got away from the ball, and the ball bounced straight up. And Oak Hills recovered it.
I'll tell you what. I don't know I know he was trying to pop it up.
That's a great onside.
But that was a great onside kick because you could just jump in the air and get that. I know you got to give the guy with a fair catch a chance at catching the ball, but that was so high you could just, if you had someone tall enough to jump.
Yeah, but the thing is, the guy that does the fair catch has to make the attempt after the fair catch.
Yeah, he didn't even make an attempt. So Highlander football.
I'll tell you what, we do have the second and third team in. It's significantly size difference.
Xander Kendall's still in there. Corey, not Corey. Is it Corey? Is it Corey? Is it
You're going to have to look at the roster.
Devontae Kiner.
Yeah, don't bother looking at the depth
chart. So Oak Hill's taking over at the Colerain 40.
There's a spinorama by the quarterback. Takes it all the way down to the 35-yard line. So, as we were talking about, that defensive line got real small for Colerain real quick.
Yeah, that defensive line is lucky to average 150 pounds right now. Oak Hills with all their starters in.
I don't understand that.
I'll tell you what.
And look who's getting up.
The entire second-string defense. A lot of times the coaches will talk at halftime and how long you leave your starters in, and I'll take mine out if you take yours out. Colerain takes theirs out. Oak Hills leaves theirs in, and it looks like Colerain starters are about ready to come back in the ballgame.
Well, and there's a run by number 14. He's going to pick up enough for the first down, getting inside the 20. And here comes the entire starting defensive line and starting first-team defense for the Colerain Cardinals. And
I'm just guessing that there was an agreement, but there's a little because that sometimes happens.
Yeah, but not on the first series. Right on the first series, you always leave your starter.
Unless you've.
Who knows? All this happens. Interesting thing here. Josh Ringer comes out the field and switches helmets for Elijah Ford. I hope it's just because Elijah Ford didn't think he was coming to the ball game and left his helmet somewhere. I hope the Cardinals have enough helmets for each other.
So Oak Hills down to Colerain territory, ball at 23.
First down and 10.
And significantly different outcome at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Fricker took the ball, got it down to the 20, where it'll be second down and we'll call it 5, maybe 6.
Under 9 minutes to play in the third quarter.
Not yet.
I just like saying words.
I know. You're a big fan of the words. That's
So
right.
Oak Hills in this interesting offense. They, two quarterbacks,
second down and
or
7
running backs,
on the
whatever you want
scoreboard.
to call them.
Snap is back one more time. 8's got it. He's going to run right into the line, and he's not going to get anywhere.
Now, here's the thing. You can have a direct snap, but the quarterback cannot go directly behind the other quarterback because exactly what just happened. He runs right into the back of the lead blocker. There's nowhere to go.
Well, if the lead blocker isn't clearing the hole, you're absolutely right.
Even if he does clear the hole, if the lead blocker hits somebody at the point of contact in the hole, then there's no room to go. You can't have a blocker in a hole unless it's on the second level, but the way they have it set up, he's not getting to the second level. He's at the line of scrimmage.
So third down and 7, ball on the 20. Colerain up 45-7. They were to receive the opening kickoff, but it was a very high pooch kick that Colerain called for a fair catch and then fumbled. And Oak Hills recovered it. Not going to have nearly enough for the first down. Pick up maybe 2 yards on the play down to the 19-yard line. So it'll be fourth down for Oak Hills, which is why Oak Hills has got the ball. For those of you maybe joining us a minute or two late into the second half, Colerain again should have gotten the ball, but they
did
muffed
not.
the kickoff, and they did not, and Oak Hills took it. And Colerain, what I can only say, inexplicably did not
what
start.
I just noticed now,
they're starting defense.
Jalen Thomas normally is their blitz outside linebacker.
Yep.
But going against this offense, Deshaun Pace moved to that linebacker, and Thomas dropped back to safety.
So, yeah, the Oak Hills offense is staying out there at this fourth down and 5.
Yeah, well, I mean, again, you're down 45-7. What do you have to lose? There's a handoff to number 14, and he's going to try and get it, and he's going to be just short. He's going to pick up about 3 yards on the play, but the Colerain defense holds, creates a turnover on downs for the Colerain offense, and I'd like to see the first-team offense on the field.
Let's say first-team offensive line with Prather behind at quarterback.
I don't know if we've seen the first team. I don't know if they're nursing injuries. What?
We haven't seen them all night. There's 74, 61, 78. I'm not sure. Some of those guys are new.
That is not your one offense.
No, that is not the one offense. But again, you're up 45-7. I get that.
But, yeah, Prather is at quarterback.
With a running clock, but Prather's going to be running a little bit more here maybe than what he was used to.
MJ Flowers in at fullback. Sandusky in the other wing.
Snap. There's a handoff right up the middle. MJ Flowers has got it. Takes it out past the 25-yard line. It's going to be very close to a first down. See if they give it to him. I think they may give it to him. Oh, they're going to, yep, they're going to give it to him. So 10-yard run for MJ Flowers, the sophomore, on their first play of the second half. Colerain offense on the move. Again, we have a running clock situation. So the clock will not stop unless it is for an injury or change of possession. So we're already at 7 minutes coming up here in the third quarter, almost halfway done. You're basically going to see with a running clock each team get about 1 possession per quarter. So Colerain's probably only got maybe 2, possibly 3 possessions the rest of this game. There's a catch. Tyler Prather threw it out wide. Unfortunately, he threw it behind the intended target.
Score update.
Why does he catch that ball? Just drop it.
Well, it might risk it being a lateral.
Good call.
Got a score update. Indian Hill, 7th grade girls volleyball defeats Loveland, 7th grade girls volleyball.
Huh. I didn't see that one coming.
Yeah.
Go Cards called that one.
Yep.
So the 2-yard loss, second down.
I have a niece on the Indian Hill.
Do you?
7th grade.
Cool.
We're down to
And
6
seven-
minutes
and
and
seventh
15
grade?
seconds. Yeah. Colerain just really going to eat this clock up,
Well,
taking
sure.
all the play clock down.
I mean, you don't need to score any more points, right? I mean, there's a handoff to Lawson Sandusky. He takes it around the end, and there's another flag that got chucked from the middle judge.
Yeah, when he throws that flag, he's right behind the linebackers. He's looking at that offensive line, and that's going to be a holding.
Holding, chop block, something like that.
That's going to be at least the third holding call against the Cardinals offensive
Well,
line.
you know, it's the referee's job to keep it close in blowouts, right?
I thought I read that somewhere.
Yeah. I don't think that's true.
I don't think it's not true.
So that is a spot foul.
Yeah, which is they're marking it all the way at the 20. So 10 yards from that takes them all the way to the 10.
I tell you, when you want to get your second quarterback some reps, but he's been there's been some penalties called on holding.
He's been out there.
When he's been out there, and he hasn't really been put in the best situation to shine right here. Again, right now in a 2nd and 23. And what they have, a 2nd and 37 in the first quarter?
Something like that.
They converted, though, on that.
Yeah, they did. So man in motion, Tyler Prather. It's a pitch wide. Number 19's got it. Stops, makes a man miss, gets tackled from behind. Gets it out to about the 17, 18-yard line. So just a couple of yards picked up on that one. Call it 7-yard gain.
Great play by the defender, Oak Hills. If he gets the corner there, he's got a lot of room. I believe it was 82. Defensive end. Doesn't make the play, but turns the lead blocker into him and shortens the field a little bit. Allows the defense to come up behind and shut him down for minimal
Score
gain.
update, New Miami leads Fayetteville Perry 32-0.
Did you give an update on the Moeller Fayetteville Kentucky score?
Lafayette?
Lafayette? What'd I say? Fayetteville? I'm sorry.
Fayetteville is a Division 7 school.
My apologies. Lafayette, Kentucky.
Say 3rd down and 22.
The Rockets.
Interesting. A little misdirection there. Tried to hand it off in the backfield. And
Yeah, we're not going to see them throw the ball.
yeah, Oak Hills snuffed that out, and it's going to be a tackle for a loss. So it's going to be 4th down. Colerain's going to be forced to punt.
Yeah, went to the counter one too often, and you've got a lot of substitutions on the offensive line and just too much penetration by the Oak Hills defense. Going to bring Lawson Sandusky back to punt, and he's going to be right in shadow of his own end zone. 4 minutes left to play in this quarter.
The stats for this half aren't going to look good. They're going to be ugly. But again, when you have a 45-7 lead in the running clock, there's no need to pile on.
Lawson Sandusky in punt formation.
Snap is back. Lawson's got it. He takes it.
Now,
Takes
that's not a great punt.
Not a great punt by Lawson.
But
He could have ran
in
forever.
a non-game where you're not up 45-7, Lawson Sandusky's going to take that fake and run it. Even though it was 4th and 20,
He probably picks up the first
he
down.
probably picks up the first
Yeah.
down and more. If
He does a rugby-style kick, and he gets out there, and I think maybe that kind of affected how he kicked the ball.
Yeah.
Because he was second-guessing himself going, oh, my goodness, I should run the ball right now, but I know the coach would kill me
Now,
if I did.
do you think they direct him to kick it, or do they tell him?
Oh, you're not in that situation. I don't know if they direct him, but he's played enough football and enough sports to know that you just don't do that. Whether you're told to do it, or not,
All right.
you don't do it. Especially, I mean, you're way in your own end zone. You're really dominating a team. It's just kind of like rubbing salt in the wound.
There's a snap back to the quarterback. He's going to take it, number 14, run around the side. He's going to pick up positive yards, move the pile a little bit, get inside the 30. So good run by the senior quarterback for the Oak Hills Highlanders. Let me get his name one more time. That is Will Young.
Yeah, Colerain defense kind of I was going to say a mix of starters in there, but again, it does
all look like backups.
Yeah, those are all backups.
That's not all backups.
You've got number 8 is in, who's a starter.
Sander Kendall and
and Sinclair is in 4.
Kiner means your one corner.
He's not. There's our guy, 42, out on the outside linebacker spot. And there you go.
Yeah, can he hold on?
He held on to him.
Stops them, leaves them short of the first down. Stayed home.
Is he?
No, he's got the first down.
Does he?
He needed 25. It depended on the spot.
He's a yard short. He's a yard short.
No, he's not a yard. All he needs is a 25. He needs about 3 inches.
Yeah, he needs about 3. Yeah, he's really close.
If you want a score update at halftime, Moeller 40.
He just had to prove me
Lafayette
wrong.
7.
Not only did I say he didn't get it, but he says, yeah, I know I didn't get it, but you were wrong. It was a half yard, not a yard.
It's less than a finger
Exactly,
width.
but I was still right that he was short.
He was short. And he's going to take it, and bull forward does Mr. Young. Gets down to needed the 30, got to about the 28. Under 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Colerain up 45-7. We are in a running clock situation. Outside of injury or change of possession, the clock will not stop. We're going to be done here fairly quick, fellas.
Under 2 minutes to play. We'll keep you with the score updates. Princeton gets another one. They lead 13-6 over Sycamore. St. X gets another one and gives up another one, 37-7 St. X.
St. X is winning 37-7?
Correct.
Yeah, that offense is going to be really hard to stop come end of the year. They're hard now. There's a handoff to number 14,
Nice
Will
play,
Young.
27.
Yep. Made a nice tackle, brought him down after about a 4-yard pickup, down to the 21-yard line.
Yeah, sophomore Jason Moore playing outside linebacker right there. Sheds a blocker. Hey, he hit a lane there. If he doesn't get off the block, that's probably a touchdown. A good play.
A whole new ball game up north. 2 touchdowns quickly to start the second half, and it was a 35-10 halftime. Score is now 35-24. Iggy's trails Hoban.
Is it Hoban or is it just Hoban?
It's Hoban, but it's
funnier
funnier to say Hoban.
Okay, it's like saying Dayton Wayne.
Yeah.
2nd down and 8.
Snap is back to 8. He's got it. Fricker takes it right up the middle. Gets tackled
Just
by
Frick.
23. Oh, Frick. What did I say, Fricker?
Yeah,
It is Frick. My
He's not a
apologies.
chicken wing restaurant.
Aaron Frick, who's a junior. Fricker. I'm sorry. That was fun to
You
say.
just ate. You can't be hungry already.
Oh, no. I'm not hungry at all.
That was Beavers on the tackle. Stops him just outside the 10.
CHCA leads McNick 27-20.
Random scores brought to you by Brandon Wyatt. We are
Final,
calling that
Ryle 46, Boone County nothing.
Oh, my goodness. Bryson Warner in his return to Ryle. Not welcomed nicely.
Boone County Rebels once played the Colerain Cardinals in 2002.
With the Hall of Fame
I remember that game.
He was not playing.
nominated.
No, Sean
Alexander.
Alexander was long gone.
Yep, wow, look at that. All kinds of passing around. Number 7's got it. He holds on to it, gets inside the 5. Dare I say, Oak Hills is knocking on the door. They keep this running up. They're going to put it in.
But after 3 quarters of play here at Colerain High School, it's the Colerain Cardinals 45, the Oak Hill Highlanders 7.
You know what I'm seeing on the sidelines? Your first team defense. A lot of them still have their helmets on, and they're standing next to the coaches. With this second team about to, giving up yards, and
Hey, man,
Oak Hill's
just-
about to show. It's like, Coach, put us back in. Put us back in, Coach.
Clinton Massey leads Middletown Fenwick 21-14.
Fellas, so you know, I'm going to, I think, bail here in just a minute because I know.
All right, before you do that,
We've got
17-7, Lakota East has a field goal over Mason. We probably should pick our play of the game before we go.
That's a good call. I was just going to say, let's have our conversation about player of the game, and then I'll be on my way to get down there. I know we've got some things we've got to do tonight immediately
Well,
after
we
the
hit
game.
your backup running back.
Shannon Murray? I mean, what?
Shannon Murray
I
leads
mean,
the team in
Let's
rushing
just go-
and receiving.
Let's take a look at the stats.
Let's take it. Shannon Murray, 3 carries, 92 yards, and a touchdown.
Yep.
Plus a
Jalen.
reception.
Jalen Thomas, though, has averaging 69 yards a carry.
Yeah, but I don't.
How about an offensive line?
Ronald Williams Jr. started at fullback as a touchdown receiving. That's not correct. That was Isaiah Myers Jr.
Right. Well, go talk to your Oak Hills stat guys. Make sure you get that corrected.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really anyone to pick, is there? It's very.
Do we give it to our special team?
Yards, 1 touchdown or 2?
5
One
carries,
touchdown.
96 yards, and a touchdown.
And a reception.
2 catches for 12 yards.
Look at that. Look at that Colerain defense. Number 27. There he is again on a nice tackle. Stopping him on 2nd down and goal. Actually brought him back to the 4-yard line.
Yeah, that was your sophomore, Jason Moore. Listed in your program as a running back, but when you're a second team, you got a lot of running backs on there that kind of go both ways.
I think coming in this year, everyone that didn't have a set position was running back because we're just trying to find somebody in those wing backs.
So we're going to go with Shannon Moore. That's not
Murray.
Shannon Murray.
Shannon Murray.
Sorry, you said Moore. Shannon
But
Murray.
Moore
what?
made the tackle.
He's 19.
He is 19. No,
Number.
that's his number.
That's his
I have
number,
no
not his
idea
age.
how old he is.
It doesn't matter.
So they go, there you go
I mean,
again.
It does.
That's
Great.
Moore on the tackle. They go a little a cross action right there, counter, and he's a tackle for a loss. How about the second team
All right.
defense?
Again, criticizing this offense. You clearly have your first team in versus their second team. Why are you doing trick plays?
Run straight
Just
at him.
run straight at him. What was a second and 1 from the 2-yard line is now 4th and 7, 4th and 6 from the 7.5-yard line.
It looks like they can get a first down if they get to the 1, but
Well, guys, that was just Interesting.
No play clock running.
Well, I don't think the play clock runs in these situations.
I got to tell you, I'm not exactly sure. I don't know. He's going to go down and find Shannon, and there we go. There's a handoff right up the middle. Colerain defense is there trying to stop him. The pile's getting pushed. Pile's getting pushed. I think he's going to get stopped.
But he might have got the first down. I'm watching the guys holding the change, and he's going, I don't know. Usually the change.
Well, here's the thing. The Cardinal defense thought they got him.
Yeah, but they might have got the first down.
They got the first down, though. Cardinal defense was celebrating like they stopped them, and coaching staff was like, guys, they just got first down.
They haven't signaled it yet, have they?
No, they haven't signaled it yet, but
I think they're
going to measure. They're going to measure. Holy jeez, here we go. Oh, the intensity's I'm sorry, I got to take the headset off. The intensity's crazy.
Chris, you're a terrible liar and actor, just so you know.
What do you mean? Oh.
Your intensity, Chris, is 45-7.
I understand that, but they're bringing out the sticks to measure.
I know. Well, and you got to give it to the second team playing against the first team offense here.
Be sure and let everyone know at the end of the broadcast it will be a Princeton next week game, GMC.
They're short.
No, they're not.
They're not really sure. They haven't signaled one way or the other.
No one's celebrating. If he was short, we'd be celebrating.
That's first. Yeah, but nobody was celebrating on the other side. The referee. How long are the chain links? Because those referees have really had a hard time deciding at that moment. Oh, by the way, did they announce the split spot?
I had no idea.
I forgot I bought tickets. Everybody's asking me here at the window, but I don't know.
Touchdown, Oak Hills.
Oak Hills with their second score, their first offensive score against this Colerain second team. 9:37 in the fourth quarter. So you got to give the second team credit. They made them work for it.
Just a little bit too much there. Second team with 9:27 to play.
Oak Hills is going to line up for the extra point.
They did announce split the pot. And we didn't win.
So the snap is back. It's set. It's up. And it is good.
With 9:27 to play in the game, it's your Colerain Cardinals 45, Oak Hills 13.
Highlanders
14.
What's going on in that Princeton Sycamore game, Brandon?
They're playing football.
Yeah. We know next week, Colerain Cardinals traveling to Princeton High School. We need to show up in force. 7 o'clock kickoff. Brandon does a great job with here. Thanks again to Mike Rourke, running the camera, running the sound, making sure the internet's working tonight. And
with 6 minutes to play, the Aviators drove the length of the field, but were stopped on 4th and goal at the 5-yard line.
So that leaves the score at what?
13-6, 6:55 to play. St. X over Penn is final 37-7. And they're coming back. Another touchdown. Cut it to 1 score. Hoban's lead was 35-10 at halftime. It's now 35-27 against Eyes. The St. Ice kicker kicked a 56-yard field goal.
Wow. How about this? I know it's the third, yet the second team, and but both teams had lined up for the kickoff and
going the wrong way.
They were on the wrong sides of the field, and it wasn't just one team lined up and the other team lined up. They both lined up wrong.
Well, you know what happens. So Aaron Frick gets an offensive score for Oak Hills.
The last time they tried kind of just a pop-up onside kick. Colerain second team is in there, but their line of defense is a little bit closer, kind of guarding against that happening again. Just too deep for Colerain.
Squib kick will go out of bounds.
Yeah, good decision. That was Avante Scales back to return it. That ball was bouncing, but it was heading towards the sidelines.
And again, the Colerain coach staff has to remember the rule that they used last year. All that Scales has to do is put 1 foot out of bounds and catch it. That's a legal procedure. It's counted as the ball going out of bounds. Unless that rule has changed.
No,
maybe it changed.
That's right, but it's a lot to think about on a split-second decision. And if it's close, you can kind of jump on that. But he knew right away that was just heading directly out of bounds with lots of substitution in for Colerain. Is that Prather is still going to be a quarterback. MJ Flowers is still at fullback. Where's that?
That's Flowers.
Okay, I was about to say. Looks a little bit smaller, but. Nice pitch by Prather to the outside, looking for a block. I tell you what, 21 planted his feet, got some wheels right there.
Tyaras Bradley with the carry. Although if he has the vision, he cuts it inside of that blocker downfield and not to the outside. You have an injured Highlander on the field.
Yeah, there's a pretty good collision down there on the tackle, and that's number 80 for the Highlanders, who's down at the moment. Can't find him on their roster.
80, Steve Watson.
Steve Watson. Looks like they're taking a look at the ankle. Hope everything's okay. Both training staffs out there. And again, take this time to remind you and ask you to join the boosters. Colerain boosters support not only the athletics but all the extracurricular activities in Northwest School District. That's not just Colerain High School, but that's White Oak Middle and Colerain Middle. If you like what you hear, but you want to be you're a corporate sponsor, you own your own business and want to help promote our student athletes, all the contact is there on wearecolerain.com's page. Just hit booster information and get in contact with us, and we'll let you know how you can join the Colerain Cardinal team. Join the boosters.
Second down, Colerain. Prather under center. I formation.
8:45 left to play. Running clock.
Prather follows behind Flowers on the fullback quarterback option, and he's held to just 1 yard.
Lots of substitutions on this offensive line also. Just really can't really get much of a push out there. Oak Hills doesn't look like they've substituted their first team. There's a couple of them there, but.
Hey, well, in Oak Hills' credit, defense, they don't have much of a second team.
That's true. The numbers for Oak Hills really look down this year. So 3rd down and 5, back to the I formation. Sends them in motion. It's a quick pitch to the outside, looking for a crease, but well defended. Oak Hills turns that inside. Barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 4th down.
Clock now under 8 minutes.
Yeah, it didn't do anything exciting there. We know Prather can throw the ball, but when you got as a score as big as you got there, you just could kind of get your athletes in space. And they had the motion just to sweep there to the left, but outside linebacker, 21 from Oak Hills, just turned the play in, was waiting on that. They're bringing Lawson Sandusky back to kick.
Cardinals are going to have to call timeout.
Well, 9 seconds left on this play clock. They're having trouble getting substitution in with all these second teamers in there. 4 seconds left. Oak Hills looks like they're coming at it. The snap is back. They do get it off. Sandusky boomed one.
The Cardinals are going to get lucky with this. I think they only have 10 guys. Well, nope.
Well,
off of the Cardinal into the end zone.
Yep.
They only had 10 guys on that play.
Yeah, when you got your second team in, special team substitutions is kind of a little bit odd with only 10 men, but there's Brandon Sinclair, one of your backup safeties, your gunner on that. Sandusky gets a huge kick all the way down, and they were trying to let it bounce inside the 5, but Sinclair kind of got him by surprise, bounced up and hit his chest. And are they bringing the ball up to the 20?
Yeah, it went into the end zone. It's a touchback.
I thought he touched it at the 5.
Yeah, but he didn't
have possession of it. Okay, I guess I see that. I kind of an obstruction view. I've got the
excuses.
No
excuses.
A little bit. So Oak Hills takes over, throwing 20.
Wonder what play they're going to run. Hey, look, it's just a quarterback keeper. Ooh,
big hit. 29.
9.
Kenny Willis, another sophomore. Big hit, but Oak Hills picks up 5.
Devin Holt looks like he was about to go 80 yards in that play. But big hit by the Cardinals.
Yeah, it's amazing what a year of growth in this weight room that Colerain does. You put your second team in, and each kid is 4 inches shorter and 30, 40 pounds lighter. But they're still out there fighting, getting a little bit of playing time here on Friday nights.
Double handoff outside, keeper by Holt. is enough for the first down.
Both the ball carrier. Sam Hicks was in on the tackle. That's good for Oak Hill's first
That
down.
will be a first down. 6 minutes left to play.
Spotted on the Oak Hill's 44-yard line.
Again, it's so confusing with the running back bringing the plays, leading the huddle, they break, and then there's two guys.
Yeah, the running back and the quarterback both have their hands up like they can get the snap at any time.
This time a minimal gain by
Took the ball carrier.
Frick.
There's that Coste again on the tackle. He had about 4 or 5 special teams tackle. Now the second team's been in. He's got about 3 or 4 tackles now. Just a sophomore, 6 foot, 175 pounds. This linebacker's got, looks like he's got a good future ahead of him if he keeps growing and keeps working.
A quick score update. Tippecanoe leads Fairborn, 17-7.
So the snap's back, fake the double handoff. Quarterback keeps it himself. He takes it across the
No,
45.
he didn't fake it. He gave it to Holt.
Josh Shelton.
But Colerain is saying they got the ball, that the ball came loose. Referees are saying it is a fumble and a recovery by your Colerain Cardinals.
The referees had no idea there was a fumble on that play.
I was told to quit talking about the referees, but Jack Hughes, senior defensive back, comes up with the fumble recovery. Yeah, that's one of those, they looked at each other. I didn't see it. You didn't see it.
None
I didn't
of
see
them
it.
saw that
Who's
play.
got the ball? Yep. Sad.
The Cardinals, it's almost like the back in the day when Cardinals, anyone ever muffed anytime the punt landed close to the returner, you just say it touched him, jump up and
know
down,
what?
pretend like it touched him, even if it doesn't. It worked at least 3 times for the Cardinals.
I'll give you guys credit. You would celebrate every time, and it did work 3 or 4 times that year. So Colerain takes over. New quarterback in there. Nice run right up the middle.
I have no idea. 32 is your quarterback.
That was 18 again on the running back.
Bryce Drake.
Ronald Williams on the carry.
Bryce Drake, your 4th string quarterback? Sophomore?
Bryce Drake behind center for Colerain.
That's a good quarterback name.
Second down.
That's almost Ivy League. It's hey, Bryce, hand the ball off. Bryce hands the ball off. First down.
Williams, the ball carrier.
Williams Jr. is going to pick up the first down. Oh, get the ball to 31. Young man, 31, Jason Young. It's 5'4". I want to see him get the ball.
Third down line.
You know, it seems every year we've got that diminutive running back that everybody wants to see do something well, plays hard, but doesn't get a chance to play too often. A 3rd down and 1, offensive line looking to get a little bit push. Nothing fancy, just feeds the fullback. Nothing there. Stopped initially, keeps his feet going, and I believe he might have got it.
He did. Ronald Williams Jr. on the give. Picks up the first down.
He was initially stopped at actually behind the line.
It would have been interesting where the forward progress would have gone, because he had the forward progress right at the line to gain, but off of that forward progress kind of got bounced back, regained his footing, so now he's lost the line to gain. Gets kind of a shirt tail tackle and drags the defender past the line to gain.
Yeah, wholesale substitutions for the Oak Hills Highlanders. Kind of a preview right now that we're going to see tomorrow at 10 o'clock at Oak Hills, the JV.
I don't know if this will be this might even be a 3rd string at this point, Tim.
Just let me make stuff up.
And this one's coming back. Really, really good run by number 30, Josh Mason. He made something out of nothing, but I think there's going to be some kind of penalty coming up.
Man, it's an Oak Hills Highlander down. Yeah, the flag was thrown right in the middle of the field in the area of holding, and it is another holding by the Colerain Cardinals.
So it was about a 15-yard gain. Be right back.
Well, and the most important, well, no, I would say about the most important thing is that the clock stopped running, but we did have an injury.
2:20 to play. The clock will start to run as soon as the timeout injury player gets off the field, which he has. So the clock should be Referees should signal both teams out.
November 5th. Please remember the vote.
This is not a timeout.
Our students need you.
Okay, the referees are calling them out. Haven't signaled to start the clock yet. Not that that matters, but got places to go.
Ready to play? Clock will run.
So it's a first down for the Colerain Cardinals, but a long way to go.
Coach Rod, the quarterback's coach on the sidelines, he's running the second team, well, maybe third team offense, holding them at the line of scrimmage. Run some clock off.
There's your boy. Get loose.
And it'll be that young man, number 31 on the carry for the Cardinals, Jason Young. With a big gain, gets about 12 yards on the carry. That makes it 2nd and 8.
You know what's? You've seen some diminutive running backs, and a lot of them, short in stature. Pocket Hercules, back in the day, DFM, they don't need much of a crease. He kind of hides behind his offensive line, but he showed a little bit of a burst right there. Making it 2nd down and 8, 1:30 left to play. Colerain probably just has to run maybe 1, maybe 2 more plays. Same play, in that counter. But one thing about being a small running back, when you're hit, you go down. Stop for a minimum gain. Picks up about 3 on the play. And I tell you what, one of the biggest student sections, it just keeps growing every week. So thanks for your support. Hopefully you follow us to Princeton High School next week. So Colerain is going to have to run on another play. We're down to 50 seconds, but only 15 left on the play clock. Does he throw it here, Brandon?
No.
I knew the answer.
He's just going to take a knee.
Well, that was interesting. Instead of going to victory formation, they actually went in motion and looked like they were running a
You don't practice.
option.
Yeah.
Yeah, your third team doesn't practice victory formation too long.
No one practices victory formation. All right, well, that will do it for you from Colerain High School. Your final. Colerain Cardinals 45, Oak Hills Highlanders 14. Come listen to us next week as the Cardinals travel into Princeton High School to take on the Princeton Vikings. Thanks for listening to WeAreColerain.com.